Good morning, sir.
Morning, Manisha. Morning, everybody. Jai Hind. So, Kajal, good to see you back. How were the holidays?
So my holiday was very good. I enjoyed a lot.
Enjoyed a lot. That's good. So, what all did you do?
So I went to my village and live a simple life. Like I wake up in morning and I go to my farm because my grandfather own a farm.
That's nice. And so, where is that? Where is where is the farm? Where is your village?
So may you repeat please?
Where did you go? I know you said you went to the village, went to the farm, but where is it?
So I belong to Madhya Pradesh. So I went to Madhya Pradesh. Uh,
That's a big state, Madhya Pradesh. Where in Madhya?
so there is district Chhatarpur and the village is called Harparpur.
Ah, district Chhatarpur I've heard of. There is a DPS Chhatarpur also. I remember once connecting with somebody who was involved with DPS Chhatarpur many years ago. Yeah, so I'm aware of Chhatarpur. That's nice. So, what do you find is the difference between life there and life here?
So, the one major difference that I found was that when I wake up here in city, sound was like a bike are going, the car are going, beep beep,
Right,
it's all. And in village, my morning start with chirping of birds.
right, right. Yes, absolutely. It's very quiet, and you can actually hear the birds and see a nice blue sky. Not these days, though. Luckily, the monsoon is here. That's good. Very good. Anybody else wants to tell us about their holidays? What did they do? Anything interesting?
So, what about your holiday?
Ah, no holiday. No holiday. I didn't go anywhere. I've been very much here. Uh, no holiday. Very much here. Luckily, not been that hot, right? So monsoon is supposedly here, so we don't find it raining that much. I live in Gurgaon and I always find it rains a little less than normal, but it's no holiday for me. Just normal life, work and Sunday school, and once in a while drop in on Friday meetings where I find that we've started a very interesting book, and
So,
that's
such a busy schedule you have.
uh, no, I think that your schedule must be busier than mine, right? I take some time. I've been, in the afternoons, in the evening, these days, the test match is on. I try and watch that test match. Then on Monday, I had to just drop everything because an uncle of mine is admitted in hospital. So I spent most of the day, uh, at the hospital trying to figure out how things were. And luckily, he's back home and he got discharged late on Monday. But I just wished the hospital checkout process was a shorter one. Took about 6 7 hours just check out of the hospital. So quite a painful process. So no, I think your life is 100% busier than mine. So always, I remember. I mean, in school we always had something or the other. You're just running all the time. That was my impression of, and I think the activities have gone up versus what we used to have. And the pressure has gone up significantly versus what we used to have. Any thought on that, Manisha ma'am, Meenakshi ma'am, on the pressure today versus the pressure earlier?
I second you actually, because yes, the way the schools are teaching children is all scholastic subjects, and they are not getting the exposure of games. And although it is being started, they are talking about overall development and other things are there, but still, yes, the pressure is there. Children are only supposed to write the answers of the in the notebook, and teachers are expecting the same answers which should be written for the exams. Little here and there, the marks are deducted, and all the children are more focused about the golden nine, that's the 90s, and they're not focused about the content. So they learn, they understand, they just write and they forget. So yes, we have to be in the nature and some lesson, and they'll actually should be joining our reading every Sunday morning. So they understand how they are going to relate the reading with their academics, and that is how they will grow. So reading will improve, and the pressure will also subside, because when we love to do something, then we don't have any pressure.
So now you know what I tried. Okay, it's back. I tried to open Joy of Learning diaries, and then no, it wasn't coming back. So let's just. I can see Sapna Rana's screen. I can see some children. Where Sapna? Where are you from? Where are you? सपना कहाँ से हैं आप? Any idea, Manisha?
Jugjeev Grameen School.
Ah, Varanasi. Lovely, lovely. Okay, तो पिछले हफ्ते हमने एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण विषय पे बातचीत की थी, और मेरे को पता नहीं कौन था या नहीं था, बट ये पक्का है कि काजल नहीं थी. करेक्ट काजल?
Yes, sir.
हाँ. So I think really good way of sort of going through what we did last time is to go through the learning, joy of learning diaries, and also an opportunity to show somebody, especially जो बच्चों ने देखे नहीं है. हम यहाँ पे आते हैं, होपफुली कुछ बातें करते हैं, सुनते हैं, समझते हैं, पर इससे बात खत्म नहीं हो जाती. हमको इसके बारे में सोचना है. एक्चुअली सब कहते हैं आप एक्सपीरियंस से सीखते हैं. एक्चुअली एक्सपीरियंस से नहीं सीखते. आप एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में सोचने से एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में सीखते हैं. Okay. You don't learn from experience, you learn from thinking about the experience. So I urge you to think, reflect, and then write. And we're so happy to see so many inputs that we got. And Manisha, you can cover some of them, because I want to just quickly get on to some of the posts which talk about the session last time, because I think it's important. That's one way that the children who are not there, we can talk about what happened last time.
So this is the one.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Puberty.
yeah, 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 yeah. So, any volunteers to read? Any volunteers to read?
Nikunj Gupta, are you there?
From Sunbeam Sun City.
Somebody from Sunbeam Sun City? Sandeep sir raised his hand.
Yes, Sandeep.
So may I?
Please, yeah.
Kajal wants to read. Yeah, Sandeep.
Just quickly, just to let everyone know, at my good school on Sunday, at the meeting, being a meeting, we have a capacity of 100. So you have to come on time to get your seat in the My Good School. Now, what happens after 100? You don't lose anything. Why? As soon as the My Good School session gets over, it's live on YouTube then. But YouTube only goes live after the school completes. So don't get disheartened if you can't make it to the 10:30 session for an overcrowd or you came late. If you come late, obviously the bus leaves, the train leaves. So if you don't come in time and get your seat, then you have to wait for the next train, which is next Sunday. So Gigi, I just want to highlight this, that this is what happens, that we have a seating capacity of 100 only, and any seating capacity beyond 100 becomes absolutely unmanageable in terms of logistics and cost also. We have to keep both in mind. So the YouTube is available. They can live screen it in the evening. They can live screen it anytime in the week. So they don't miss out anything. Thank you, Jugjeev.
Okay, Kajal, go ahead. Please read.
Yes, sir.
Puberty and perspective. That's what
Yes.
I want. Yeah. Go ahead. You're on mute now.
Today's session really helped me make sense of the changes I'm going through, both in my body and emotions. As I experience puberty, I learned that it's a normal part of growing up, mostly driven by hormones like testosterone and estrogen. I also found it fascinating how our culture can shape the way we respond to things, even something as simple as food. One part that stood out to me was the example about deforming horses. It showed how the same word can mean completely different things depending on the context. Overall, I feel more comfortable now discussing these topics, and now it's okay to ask questions or seek help when I need it.
Thank you. So, Kajal, what we did last time was, you know, uh, Shikha Ma'am, Shikha Agnihotri from Right Side Story came and ran a session on growing up and puberty. And it was a very interesting session. So if those of you who've not seen it, uh, आप देखें उसको please. Go to YouTube and you'll be able to see it, or you'll get it in uh, the diary that comes out, the weekly that comes out every Monday. So every week, Monday, a weekly comes out, a GSI weekly, and you may have access to that. Okay, then, yes, Sandeep.
The YouTube link is there in the chat if someone wants to save it for the Shikha session.
Right, right,
You
right.
have it in the chat, Jugjeev, so you can tell them. You can play it a little for a minute or so and tell them this how it goes. You can click the
Uh,
link in the chat box.
yeah, I'll just do it. I don't want to go away from this. I'll do it. Just make sure I do it after I
You'll have
finish.
it on this also. No, you'll have it on this in an earlier post. You have it
Okay.
in your Joy of Learning diaries. So show that post with Shikha and the detail.
Okay, we'll get there. We'll
Yeah,
get there. Okay.
you'll get the
That,
post.
yeah. It will come up at the end. Yeah. So this time, I was also very pleased to see that we had, you know, some reflections from the educators at Sunbeam Balya. Any volunteers to read this one? Okay, this is by Visakha Singh, Sunbeam Balya. Any volunteers to read this? Yes, Arav. Go
Yes, sir.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Good morning and Jai Hind. Today's session was really very important, especially for our students. It discussed the changes that occur during puberty and their longer term impact. Sharing my opinion and reflection related to today's session. The session on puberty and changes that occur during it was both informative and eye opening. It provided a safe space to learn and discuss the physical emotions and social changes that occur during the crucial stage of development. Understanding these changes helps reduce confusion and fear, especially as many young people experience them for the first time. One key takeaway was learning how puberty can affect friendship. As we grow and change, our interests, moods, and the way we relate to others can shift. Sometimes friends might grow apart. However, learning about these changes can help us become more patient and understanding with our friends, strengthening those relationships instead of losing them. The session also helped highlight the importance of emotion during puberty. Emotion can become stronger or more unpredictable due to hormonal changes. Learning to recognize and manage emotions, especially through open communication and self care, is crucial for maintaining mental well being. It was helpful to know that feeling overwhelmed or confused at times is completely normal. I also explored the meaning of happy emotions such as joy, excitement, and contentment. These emotions are important because they help us build positive relationship, motivate us to achieve goals, and give us a sense of purpose and connection. Understanding that it's okay to experience a range of emotion, including happy and difficult ones, can make this stage of life easier to handle. Overall, the session was valuable in helping us understand ourselves and each other better during puberty. It reminds us that we are not alone in our experience and that emotion and social support are essential during this time. Thank you. Regards, Vishaka Singh, educator, Sunbeam School, Balia.
Thank you, Arav. So,
Welcome, sir.
इसमें बेसिकली पिछले पिछले सेशन हमने यौवन के बारे में पढ़ा था. मैंने अभी गूगल किया कि प्यूबर्टी को हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं, तो शब्द आया तरुणाई. तो इसके बारे में हमने बातचीत की थी और पहली बात थी कि ये सब सब सबकी लाइफ में आता है ये फेज, और इस पे दो महत्वपूर्ण चीजें हो रही होती हैं. एक, आपका जो ब्रेन है उसका प्रीफ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स डेवलप हो रहा होता है. ठीक है, तो आप इस एज में आप थोड़ा आर्ग्यूमेंटेटिव बन जाते हो. मैं अब ये पेरेंट की तरफ से बता रहा हूँ, बिकॉज ये पेरेंट देखते हैं इसको कि बच्चे एकदम से आर्ग्यूमेंटेटिव हो जाते हैं और समझते हैं जो वो कह रहे हैं वो सब बिल्कुल सही है. दूसरी बात क्या होती है कि आप हार्मोनल चेंज बॉडी में, और वो नॉर्मल है, उसकी वजह से इमोशन स्ट्रांग हो जाते हैं, आपकी भावनाएं तेज हो जाती हैं. तो ये बहुत नॉर्मल चीज है, बिल्कुल नॉर्मल है. सब सब इसके थ्रू पास थ्रू करते हैं, कोई इसमें अब बात नहीं है. हमको चाहिए अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि ये हो रहा है और आगे चलना चाहिए. शिखा मैम ने पिछले पिछले सेशन के आखिर में एक थ्री इडियट्स का गाना सुनाया था हमको, ऑल इज वेल. तो यही उनका उद्देश्य था, बताना हमको कि ये सब नॉर्मल चीजें हैं, कोई इससे घबराने की बात नहीं है. एवरीबडी इज गोइंग थ्रू, समझना है और उसमें इम्पैक्ट क्या हो रहा है. जैसे अभी हमने पढ़ा एक पोस्ट में कि आपको जो जो लोग पहले आपके साथ दोस्त होते थे, वो आपको लगता है अब वो आपके दोस्त नहीं है, पर सब सब उसके थ्रू जा रहे हैं, जो चेंजेस हो रही है. तो वो आपको समझना है. यही मेन उनका उद्देश्य था सेशन का, कि आप समझें और अगर इसके बारे में आप कोई इश्यूज आते हैं तो आप लोगों से बात करें. बात करना बहुत जरूरी है. ओके, एनी volunteers to read the next one?
Sir, may I?
Aradhi, yes, please. Okay, now Aradhi, am I pronouncing it right? Aradhi?
No, sir, it's Aradhya.
Aradhi?
No, sir, Aradhya.
Aradhya. Okay, hopefully I'll remember now. Yes, Aradhya, please go ahead.
The resource person, Ms. Shikha Aginotri, began by explaining what puberty is, a stage of physical and emotional development where children transition into adulthood. Students were told about the emotional ups and downs they may face, such as mood swings, increased sensitivity, self-consciousness, and anxiety. The session also covered how puberty affects behavior. Children may start seeking more independence, feel peer pressure, or become more private and less communicative with parents or teachers. The facilitator encouraged open communication and reassured students that it's okay to ask questions or feel confused during this stage. Most importantly, the session focused on creating a safe and respectful environment where students could express their doubts and emotions freely. It emphasized that growing up is a journey, and with the right guidance and support, it can be a smooth and confident. Thank you, Anjali.
Thank you, Aradhya. Okay, there's another one. Preeti, do you want to read this, or you have a question? Are you all volunteering to read? No, no, I'm just confused. Are you volunteering to read, or do you have a question? Prateek?
Sir, I can read.
Okay, Preeti,
Sir,
go
I
ahead,
want
read.
to read.
Okay, one at a time. Preeti, go ahead first.
The session on puberty and its impact on emotions and behavior was both engaging and informative. The speaker beautifully explained that puberty is a natural phase of life during which children experience significant change in their bodies, minds, and emotions. Due to hormonal shifts, they may sometimes feel angry, sad, confused, or shy without any clear reason. The session helped make us understand that these changes are a normal part of growing up, and with proper guidance and support, this transition can be managed smoothly and positively. Thank you, Anurag Tripathi, educator and school Banda.
थैंक यू आपका नाम तो प्रीति नहीं है, आपका नाम क्या है?
सर मेरा नाम उज्जवल पाठक है।
नहीं, फिर से बोलो।
सर उज्जवल पाठक।
उज्जवल, okay, thank you, Ujjwal. Okay, this is now Astha wrote this. Is Astha there? Astha, are you there?
Jukip, just a request, just an announcement for everyone. When you unmute and read, please make sure no one around you is talking. Otherwise, your audio reception will be poor. So if you're home or you're in a hall, please request your parents, your colleagues, your teachers to be peaceful and quiet when you are reading. Thank you.
Okay, Meda, you want to read? Meda, आपने हाथ रेस किया है? नहीं, क्या हुआ? I don't know. Something happened. So Prateek, go ahead. I saw you came up next on my
I
screen.
want. Good
Yeah,
morning
Prateek.
and James. The session on puberty was very informative and eye-opening. It helped me understand the changes that happen in our body and mind as we grow from children into
Teenagers.
teenagers is also taught me the improvements of involving an adult whenever we make any important decision. Although, overall, the session helped me feel more confident and less
Awkward.
awkward about this stage
Stage.
of life. It also taught me to be respectful and understanding towards others who are also going through these changes. I now see puberty not as something to be scared or as much of
Ashamed.
ashamed of. But as a natural and important stop becoming a responsible and nature individual.
हाँ, आपके पीछे से बहुत
Announcement
आवाज
for
आ रही है।
Sunbeam Varuna.
हाँ,
Sunbeam Varuna, here's an announcement for you. When someone is reading, we get background noise. Please request everyone at Sunbeam Varuna to be silent when one person unmutes and read. Your microphones don't have noise cancellation. We get the background noise when one person unmutes to read. So we don't want anyone giving instructions and talking on the background, please, when someone is reading. Thank you, Jukji.
okay. So this is the link that Sandeep was talking about. Okay, so that was last time, and so this was the session. Okay, much as I'd like to continue, but that was just to show you how this thing works. So, Kshitij and Medha, you raised your hand. Kshitij, I have a question for you. You were there last time.
Yes,
You and all the others who were also there last time. Any sort of thoughts, any questions, any doubts from last time?
No, sir, there's no doubts, but my suggestion was that Shikha Agnihotri ma'am held a really great session, and it was a very great session. She also taught us about like puberty, stages of puberty, mood swings, etc., etc. And she told that not to feel weird about this and to be just okay as it happens with everyone.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's the point. Thank you for summarizing that really well.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
uh, Medha, you wanted to read or you wanted to say something?
Sir, I want to say that I want Shikha Ma'am once more as our guidance,
Yeah,
and
she'll
we
be back.
want
She'll be
more
back.
sessions.
27th of July.
Jugdeep
Thank you,
Singh,
sir.
to give just two announcement, uh, just for the knowledge of everyone, the Good School calendar already shows that we will see Shikha again. Please check out the Good School calendar on the Joy of Learning diaries. And Jugjeet just showed you the post where you have a video of Shikha ma'am. Below that, there is a small update of the section. So you can read that. It's a little summary of what the whole session was about. You will get a
Yeah,
fair idea if you missed the session.
right.
It's below
And
the video, Jugjeep. The if you go to the Sunday school last Sunday,
yeah, I know. It's there. I'm just trying to also get to. I know that we published the calendar. So I
yeah,
just want to
calendar
try to
is
get.
June last week. You'll see June last week.
Yeah,
Go
I
down,
just wanted to. Yeah,
go
so
right
this was
down.
the calendar, right? So here is the calendar. Okay. So today is 6th. That's what we're going to do. Door to door bookstore. Right. So that's where you can see that 13th in the life of animals and 20th as Amardeep and 27th. Here is Yes Workshop with Shikha Agnihotri. Okay. So there we go. Okay, that's there in your Joy of Learning diary. Okay, Manisha ma'am, be ready to start to read. Okay, we are in now chapter 5. Okay. Yes, Arav. PYDS. Ah, that is PYDS was Purukul. Yes, you raised your hand. Great to have you here. बताइए. हाँ जी, क्या खबर पुरकुल की? नहीं, आवाज नहीं आ रही.
Good
No,
morning,
not it.
sir.
Morning. Ah, how are you? Good to see you. बताइए. Anji, tell us. You have a question? बताइए.
Sir, I want to read.
You want to read?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. We are reading now. Before we start to read, let me just try and give you a little summary of what this book is about, because some of you may not be familiar. This is the door-to-door bookstore by somebody called Carsten Henn, and the door-to-door bookstore is actually Karl Kohlhoff. He delivers books to people's houses, books that they have ordered, and this is set in a town in Germany. And the book was originally in German, and it's been translated into English. So Karl, is and has been a voracious reader since he was a child, and the people that he delivers the books to, he's given them names out of the books. So Darcy from Pride and Prejudice is a character. Uh, even I've forgotten his real name, and you'll see what happens this time. Carl forgets somebody's real name. Mrs. Longstocking is Hersha. Then there's Effie Bryce, there's Hercules, and he's given names to people based on what they remind him of. And he delivers books to them. Slowly, we are seeing how, uh, you know, uh, sorry, let me first tell you about Shaska. So while he's doing this, there's a small girl called Shaska. He's about 70 odd years old, and Shaska is between 9 and 10. And she decides to start to accompany him on his journey to deliver books. And first he doesn't like it, but now he enjoys her company. And Shaska is a very, very intelligent and intelligent and a child who's very aware of what's happening around her. She's very, very attentive to small details around her. And from a stage where he doesn't want her, he's developed he's developed a fondness for her. And while Shaska is accompanying him, Shaska has a different view of the kind of books they should be delivering. He delivers books what they like. So like Effie likes to read only books which are very depressing. So Shaska thinks this is not way to do this. And first she suggests to Carl that you have to give them books that will help them, because she said you shouldn't read books which do bad things to your brain. And so she says, so Carl doesn't agree. So once what she does is she, gets some books of her own from her own pocket money, and she, you know, gives it to to all the customers. So Effie, who is always, sad, she gives her a book of jokes. Darcy, she gives, because he's always reading and always indoors, she gives him something on carpentry. Mrs. Longstocking, who is a teacher who likes to keep pointing out errors, she gives her a book of Spot the Difference. And the bookstore that they deliver from is, you know, run by Sabine Gruber. Earlier, her father Gustav used to run it. Gustav and Carl were good friends, and Gustav just passed away in the last chapter. And Sabine now wants to run the bookshop her way. And Sabine has basically told Carl that she doesn't want him to be delivering the books anymore. And in the last chapter, we saw that the staff at the store said no, and so it got prevented. But that's something that's clearly on Sabine's mind, and she wants to make it happen. And so that's broadly the story so far. Meda, I'll give you a chance. Let Kajal go first, and then we'll come to you. Not a problem. Okay.
Okay,
So, okay, go ahead now. Go ahead, Purukul. Who was that? Somebody wanted to read. Yes.
Sir,
Go
may
ahead.
I start?
Yes, please. First tell everybody your name and then start.
Sir, I'm Manvi.
Yes, okay, Manvi, go for it.
It often surprised Carl how the weather in novels reflected the mood of the protagonist. The weather in his city was perfectly indifferent to his mood. While he felt full of purpose, the sky had clothed itself in a dirty grey, and the few drops falling from the swollen clouds were doing so with pinpoint accuracy. He turned up his jacket collar. There wasn't quite enough rain for his umbrella. A few more drops, and he could have justified opening it. This was nothing less than a devious quantity
Devious.
of rain.
Devious
It
means,
matched,
clever in a bad way. Devious. Yeah, go ahead.
it matched Sasha's mood perfectly. She had pulled her hat with the fake pilot's
Goggles. Go ahead. Manvi.
that also beautiful.
She had pulled her hat with the fake pilot goggles low over her forehead. Today, Shaska with a sad sun. Go ahead, Manvi, read from here. What's wrong?
What's wrong? This idiot Simon. It had all the vehemence of a potent curse. Penguin ice cream? Asked Carl. After all, Shasha's herself had said it always improved a person's mood. Nah, replied Sasha truculently. 2 scoops with sprinkles. Okay, said Sasha without hesitation. But it had to be right now.
Okay, thank you, Manvi. So just go back to that page, Manisha. Uh, so, you know, on this day, Carl, gets up and he finds that it has gray clouds, so it's cloudy, right? And he says that the weather in his city was perfectly indifferent to his mood. So, have you noticed uh, how weather affects your mood sometimes? Has it happened to you? That the weather has affected your moods? मौसम जैसा होता है उसके बेसिस पे आपको जो फीलिंग जो आपकी भावना होती है वो बदल जाती है. आपने देखा है? होता है?
Yes, sir, sometimes.
हाँ, give me an example.
When it's too hot, I feel very tired and unhappy, but when it rains, I immediately light up.
Yeah, I also love the rain, and when it starts to rain, sometimes it's a very cold day. You don't want to sort of get out of bed, right?
Yeah.
Bed and just read or do something else, watch TV, not get out of bed. So yeah, weather does have an impact on your mood. So Shaska was a sad son, right? So this why is the author saying sad son? Sad sun. The sun is sad because the sun can't come out because of the clouds. That's what I think. Okay, so Shaska is saying that idiot Simon, it had all the vehemence of a potent curse. Right? So do we understand what curse is? Gali. Right? Do we all हम देते हैं करते हैं ऐसे? Do we use bad words? Do we use bad words sometimes? Yes or no? You can put it in the chat. No, Pratik says no. That's good.
No, sir.
That's good. Says no. Yes says no. So are these people speaking the truth? You don't use bad words? No. You're all saying the right thing. We all use bad words sometime or the other. It's natural. Very natural, right? You use bad words. Many times it happens. You shouldn't. Okay, so that's an interesting one. Let's go back to that. What is the point being made? Words. Words are bad or good depends upon different persons. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, swear words, you know, many times we use them, right? Because your emotions are coming out. And, sometimes you want to offend somebody and you say something bad. It's not a good thing to do. But I mean, it all happens, right? Sometimes emotions come out. We're not able to control them. Our effort is to control emotions, but sometimes it's not. I mean, it happens, right? So it's kind of fairly natural. But that's good. Most of you say you don't use. That's very good, right? So in this case, I mean, do you think idiot is a bad word or is an okay word?
It's
Idiot,
fine.
yeah,
Not bad word.
it's not that bad a word, right? So that's the point. You use what is sort of age appropriate, right? Or what you know. So that idiot Simon, it had all the vehemence of a potent curse. Then let's get to the next. I'll come to you, Medha. Just give me a minute. I'll come to you. Penguin ice cream, asked Carl. After all, Shaska herself said it always improved a person's mood. Nah, replied Shaska truculently means bad-tempered or defiant or aggressive. 2 scoops with sprinkles? Okay, said Shaska without hesitation. But it has to be right now. And so it was that, for the first time ever, Carl altered the route of his book route. Pino's little ice cream parlor was offering chocolate sauce of sprinkles that day. Shaska wanted both. Carl had 1 scoop. It would have been rude to let Shaska eat alone. It's impossible to slurp ice cream with a stern expression, and their faces soon relaxed. So, in the earlier chapter, uh, when Carl was feeling sad and Shaska sort of recognized it and said that ice cream changes your mood, right? And so this time, when she's feeling sad, uh, Carl does the same thing, right? And the point being made here is it's impossible to slurp ice cream with a stern expression and their faces soon relax, right? Because what happens when you're eating ice cream or eating something that you like? What happens?
So
What happens?
we feel happy.
Yeah, that's why you feel happy. You're liking the taste. It creates a good
You
feeling
feel
inside you.
enjoying something.
Yeah, exactly. So you're enjoying something. So that's why that's Shaska's experience, and it's obviously turned out that way when Carl made her have an ice cream, right? So if you noticed here, parlor is spelled Parlor. What is the spelling of parlor that you know? What is the spelling of parlor that you will be taught in school?
Parlour.
Right. So what's the difference between this and that? Yes, Payal, please. But now tell me, Why? What is the reason why LOR is used here and LOUR is how you teach it or how you are taught in school? What's the difference? Anybody? What's the difference? Harfa?
American versus British. Yes,
Yes,
probably.
LOUR is British and this is American, right? So please don't use LOR in school yourself. We follow the British system, and so it's LOUR always for us. Okay. So Medha, you want to read from here? What did Simon do from there? It's in the middle of the
Yes, sir.
left-hand side.
Excuse me, Jagdeep sir.
Yeah.
I'm getting requests from other schools that Jagdeep sir should read because they are not able to understand what the children are reading.
Okay. So
There are a few schools who are requesting
What did
because you are
Simon do?
explaining also side by side.
okay, let's just Medha go for a little while, then I'll get in. I'll do it.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Go ahead, Medha.
She looked at some ice cream that was threatening to
Threatening. Dribble down the cone.
dribble down the cone, came over to me at break time and pushed me just like that right into a bush. I stretched my arm. She showed it to him. There it fell to Straja knew that the laurel hedge had only inflicted three tiny scratches. She also knew it had only been a light nudge and she had fallen badly due to her heavily loaded school bag. She even knew the Simon had run away mortified afterward. But when a drama occurs in life, it's only reasonable to over dramatize the retelling a little for effect.
Okay,
It
thank
must
you, Medha.
hurt.
Okay. Thank you, Medha. Thank you, Medha. What did
Thank you.
Simon do? She licked at some ice cream that was threatening to dribble down the cone, came over to me at break time and pushed me, just like that, right into a bush. I scratched my arm. She showed it to him. There, it bled too. Shaska knew that the laurel hedge had only inflicted three tiny scratches. She also knew it had only been a light nudge, and she had fallen badly due to her heavily loaded school bag. She even knew that Simon had run away, mortified and scared afterwards. But when a drama occurs in life, it's only reasonable to over dramatize the retelling a little for effect, right? We all do that, right? When we tell stories. It must hurt, said Carl. Too right. Does it need to be kissed better? Bah, as if that would help. This is a real wound. The healing power of a kiss seemed to have vanished along with Santa Claus and Easter Bunny. I think your Simon likes you because he pushes me. Shaska licked at her ice cream with greater ferocity, her way of indicating her annoyance at the speculation. That's what boys do. At that age, they don't know how to talk to girls, but they know how to push us. Exactly. That's even a specialist term for it. There's even a specialist term for it. Negative contact. See, that's scientific evidence. Simon's still an idiot. She bit the corner until it cracked. Carl understood that at Shaska's age, idiot and boy were synonymous as far as girls were concerned. Agreement seemed appropriate. All boys are young idiots until they become men. He glossed over the unfortunate possibility that they might then become adult idiots. Should we go find Simon and push him? He asked. Shaska stared at him in disbelief. Then she laughed out loud, spraying cornet crumbs into the air. It took her some time to get her breath back. Nah, I'm not as big an idiot as him. It's time to deliver books. So, just connected with with the session we had last time, on growing up. So, Carl's theory that, why Simon pushed Shaska is that he likes her. Do you have any thoughts on that subject? Do you think he pushed her because he likes her? Is it possible? What do you think? Just put your hands down. Just put your hands down. Manisha ma'am has told me to please just read, as some people are not able to hear because of various reasons and other people are reading. So we'll make this attempt in a bit. Let me just read a little bit first. Okay, so put your hands down for reading. You don't put your hand up if you want to read, but try and
Jugjeev, sir,
answer the
just a
question.
minute. Jugjeev, sir, just a minute. See, what is happening is that when you read, you have a good reception and we follow the words you read. Now, when children come here, they come to a coach to learn how to read. So, if we have 100 hands going up, let's explain to everyone that it's possibly not fair on us to say no to some of you. So do let us read. We are the coach, but when we read the Joy of Learning diaries, you are welcome. We want you to read, but then the book and the story gets lost when we break it into small paragraphs. And that's what happened when we were reading earlier in My Good School, where we started giving one page to the children. We just lost the plot. The continuity of the story got lost, Jugjeev sir.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks.
So, any thoughts? Any thoughts on what is the question I asked? Do you think what Carl is saying could be right? That Simon pushed Shaska because he likes her. Do you think it's possible? Arav, you want to answer that?
No, sir, I raised hand for reading.
I know, but why don't you try and answer that question?
Sir, can you give me some time?
Okay, you can take some time. Manyu, you want to answer that?
Yes, sir. I think
Batao.
so that yes.
Okay, good. So, isn't it a strange way, right, to tell her that he likes her, right, to push her, right? It's a strange way. What could be the other reasons he's pushed her? Okay, this is quite a normal happening in school, right? One child pushes another. What could be the reason? What do you think could be the reason? Yes, Arav. You're on mute. Okay, you're still thinking. Okay, anybody? What is the reason? Why did Simon push Shaska? Why do you think? Carl had a theory. Arav agrees, or Manu agrees. Sorry. Yes,
Sir,
Purukul. Somebody at Purukul was. Okay, Arav has come back. Okay, bolo Arav.
sir, yeah, according to me, Simon would have been, can't have pushed Simon because he got very much angry for him, that for his ignorance or something.
So there's some history and he's angry with her. Yeah, that's possible. He could be irritated with her. He could be jealous. He could be showing off his physical strength, right? I mean, he's
Yes,
not
sir.
able to manage his emotion, but he
Yes,
could
sir.
also be seeking attention, right? And that's the point that Carl is making, right?
That
He may be
could be
seeing
so.
other people doing it, maybe peer influence. Yes, Aaron.
Yes, sir.
So there could be many reasons, including what you know Carl has said. Now let me ask you: if you were Shaska's friend who has witnessed this, what would you do? Okay, you are Shaska's friend, and you've seen what Simon has done. What will you do?
I will ask. Why?
Sorry, you got on mute again. You got on mute, Veda.
Sir,
Say that again.
Sir, I will ask.
No, you will ask,
Yes. What is the reason?
or you will ask Simon why he's doing it. Okay,
Yes, sir.
sir,
okay.
sir, mine
Anybody
is a
else?
little bit same, but first I will try to. If he's done it is intentionally, then I would like explain him what was the reason, and then you should not do it anymore.
Okay, so you would also want to know the reason.
Yes, sir.
So
And to
you all
explain
will.
him what to
Simon is
do
first
for
for
that.
Shaska. You will, you will, you will ask him why are you doing this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody else? Any other idea?
And sir, if he wouldn't stop, so I'll tell to teacher.
Right. Yes, you should get help. You could try and stop yourself. You could, if I mean, he was just once and gone off, then obviously that thing is over. You'll see what you look at. Hopefully, your Shaska hasn't got hurt, so you will try and take care of Shaska as well, right? And if you were Simon's friend, what would you do? If you were Simon's friend, would you do what would you do?
I will stop.
You
I
would
will
stop him?
Yes.
Okay, good. Anybody else? Okay, so there's also, I think in the last session we had an interesting dialogue at a point of time uh, when you know you had I think some girls making some comments about boys and the boys retaliating. I forget what exactly the subject was, but it's quite a common thing, right? So at this age, uh, when Shaska thinks, or at least Simon is suggesting to her that all boys are young idiots until they become men. So we all have our, sort of impressions, right? So let's carry on. Shaska complained about Simon the whole way to Sister Amaryllis, with new irritations constantly springing to mind as they walked. Simon had painted a stupid smiley on her pencil, hidden her school bag next to his, and picked her to be on his team for sports, even though she was lousy at dodgeball. He really had it in for her. What had she ever done to him? At kindergarten, they had played so nicely at happy families together, either with a cuddly lion as their child or Annette with the big ears. What do you think, Manu? You got some proof?
No, sir.
No, I think you have. You agreed with Carl's suggestion. I think that he may be liking her. He's trying to seek attention. Now what else has he done? He's put her bag next to his so that she has to come there. He's picked her in a team with him so that he can be with her. That's what's happening, no?
Yes.
So Carl was right. But it's a strange way to get attention, right? Pushing somebody. But, that's the point, you know. Uh, that's the point that, we have some emotions inside us, and sometimes we don't know how to express them, and how we express them turn out to be strange. Let me read that comment that's just come in. Simon has pushed her, and it's not a big thing if they are friends because it's common between friends to push each other. Okay, that's another view of Akansha. But clearly, the way Shaska's thinking about it, she doesn't think Simon to be a good friend, right? The nun had ordered yet another thriller with blood oozing from every page. Carl added his gift of a legal textbook on the subject of housing rights. So, after Shaska had started give that book once, which he thought they would enjoy reading, Carl has started to do the same thing. And this Amaryllis is actually a nun, and she has a lot of cases going against her to evict her from where she's living. So that's the background of the legal textbook on subject of housing rights. Perhaps it would contain a clause that enabled her to stay in her convent. And in case it didn't, he had brought flour and candles as well. The next stop was Mrs. Longstocking, who came straight to the door. It's you? Just a second. She disappeared momentarily. When she returned, not only had she tied back her disheveled hair, but she was also proudly holding Spot the Difference. That's the book that Shaska had given her. I found them all. She opened the book and showed them the places ringed in red pen. There were even additional mistakes in the short accompanying text. Maybe I get extra points for those. She gave a smile of satisfaction. Thank you again. I haven't had such fun in a long time. I miss my students so much, especially the ones who struggled. They were the ones I could teach the most to, right? So you can see Shaska's idea has worked, right? At least with Mrs. Longstocking. She's appreciated the book that Shaska has given her, and she's had a lot of fun compared to what she normally used to read. The idea had been waiting in the wings of Carl's mind for some time. Now was its moment to step into the spotlight. He turned to Shaska. Could you do me a favor? Of course. Without getting an ice cream in return? Already had one, she grinned. But I'd eat another one if that did you a favor. Scoot over to Hercules and see if he's in. If you can, make sure he stays. No going shopping or to bodybuilding. Then run back and tell me now. Tell me. Sorry, then run back and let me know. Hurry. Shaska nodded and ran off, while Mrs. Longstocking presented cards with fortified wine, her typo of the day. It felt good to run for something important. It made her feet run faster, her heart beat faster, and best of all, was an excuse to shout, out of the way, out of the way. Unfortunately, it wasn't far to Hercules' apartment block. Without pausing to think, she rang the bell. Hello, who's there? Called the intercom. It's Shaska from the Bookwalker. I mean, Mr. Kolhoff. But I haven't ordered anything. Are you home? I mean, will you be staying home? Yes. Why? No bodybuilding studio or shopping? Shaska. Yes. Why are you asking me such odd questions? Just say yes or no, but preferably yes. I'm not going anywhere else today. Awesome. Thanks, Hercules. Hercule who? Shaska is already gone. So you see what she's done. Hercules is not his real name, but they call they call him Hercules because he's the way his body is. And in the last chapter, we had come to know that he keeps ordering books, but he actually doesn't know how to read. Okay. When she arrived back, Mrs. Longstocking was already putting on a coat. In her agitation, her hand missed the sleeve several times. It isn't far, said Carl by way of encouragement. He had already discussed the details with her. If this works, I'm sure he could come to you in future. He opened his umbrella. This will make it feel less difficult, won't it? So Mrs. Longstocking's history is that she one day there was a very bad storm, and her husband said he'd just go out to sea, out for some reason. And when he went out in that storm, a tile fell on his head and he passed away. And since then, she just doesn't go outdoors. Okay, so she just stays indoors. Mrs. Longstocking looked up into the vast sky, stretching endlessly above her. Her sight clouded, but she could feel Carl's hand on her upper arm, supporting her. She hadn't been outside for so long. She felt like an infant taking its first faltering step. When was the last time she left the house? It had never been her plan to avoid the open sky forever. But days had become weeks, then months, then years. The more time that passed, the greater the fear grew of leaving her safe retreat, where walls and ceilings protected her from the outside world. Right? So you see how something happened and she was scared to go outside. And then it just that became how she became. That became her habit. And she wouldn't go outside, right? Because it's a fear, it's a big fear in her mind. And it started from that one incident. But you can see, and we do these type of things to ourselves a lot, right? And it's something that scares you, and then you build something else around it, and actually there's nothing much to it if you actually try and face that fear. But now a new student needed her. Carl Kohlhoff had made it quite plain that she was his only hope. In all her lifetime, there would never be a better reason to step out. The trembling in her knees slowly calmed, though it did not disappear altogether. Carl's firm grip gave Mrs. Longstocking a sense of security, and the child hopping to and fro in front of her took away some of the fear. After a short way, they were joined by a cat, which emitted a noise very like a bark. She must have misheard. Who is this? What does Carl call this cat? Anybody remember? What does Carl call this cat? What does Carl call this cat? The hint is here. He calls it dog because for the reason that's just read, right? Shaska rang Hercules' doorbell again. Hello, who's there? Called the intercom. It's Shaska again, but I've got Mr. Kolhoff with me this time. But I still haven't ordered a book, laughed Hercules. Carl leaned forward. It's about something else. I need to ask you a favor. Buzzing. Come up, then. Hercules was already standing in the stairwell when they arrived on his floor. Thank you for making the time for us, said Carl. For you, any time, no problem. This is Mrs. Damn it. Carl had thought of her as Mrs. Longstocking for so long. It had completely blanked out her real name, despite seeing it next to her doorbell each time, like a blind spot. Dorothy Hilsham, pleased to meet you, said Mrs. Longstocking. But some of my friends call me Mrs. Longstocking. She threw Carl a look, who threw it on Shaska. who threw it to the ground when no one could see it, right? So, you know, this happens sometimes, right? And it just happened to me when I was reading. I'd forgotten the name of real name of Darcy, and because you're calling them a particular name. And let me ask you, you all must be having nicknames for some of your masters, some of your teachers in school, right? Do you have nicknames for your teachers in school?
Yes, sir.
Ah, that's a very prompt, Saksh Sharma. Very prompt. Okay, you have nicknames. So do you think your teachers get to know them? What do you think?
No, sir,
Yes, sir.
no, sir, as they are not relevant by the students, they
Sir,
call the teachers.
sir, we keep it very secretive, like in all of our classmates.
Ah, that's what you think.
Sir, I didn't call any teacher by their nickname for the students, like, like asked to them by the name. I never said any sir or ma'am by their nicknames.
So, Ibrahim, I have a question for you. Do you have a nickname for Midat? Ibrahim, do you have a nickname for Midat? You know who I'm talking about, right? Midat Ullah Khan Sherwani. Do you have a nickname for him? Please send me private chat, please. Do you have a nickname for him? No? No, no. Please tell me privately if you have. So yeah, we think that teachers may not get to know, but RP sir, who taught us, now he's like a mentor friend to us now. So I mean, talking to him, I realized that they always knew all the names that we in school used to call them. Right? The teachers somehow get to know. They went into the kitchen where Hercules offered them a drink. So how can I help you? Asked Hercules, sitting down beside them with their drinks. I'm an elementary school teacher, began Mrs. Longstocking. Hercules drew his eyebrows together like a boxer anticipating a mighty punch. And one of my students is illiterate. He can't read or write. He cleared his throat. I'm not sure how I can help you with that. I work at the builder's yard. The problem is he doesn't respect me. I've developed an outstanding method of teaching him to read and write. But I'm an old woman, young at heart naturally, but he thinks I am uncool. I need someone cool, someone he'd respect. He's a massive fan of some green action hero with muscles the size of hats. Absolutely idealizes. I told Mr. Kolhoff about my problem, and he had the idea of asking you to help me. Hmm, that? Of course, I'd have to teach you my system first so that you can pass the teaching on to him. I wouldn't throw you in the deep end. It's quite labor intensive, right? Labor is also LABOR. Okay? I don't want you to be under any illusion. We'd have to work through every letter because I've developed special catchphrases for each one. Mrs. Longstocking looked up at Hercules, who was massaging his knuckles. I could completely understand it if you were to decline. I realize that this has come as a surprise, and I'm sure you may have many other demands on your time. It's just the student. I like him a lot. He's a really good boy, but no one has ever properly taught him to read and write, and I don't want that to hold him back in his life. Mrs. Longstocking took a sip of her mineral water, fervently hoping she hadn't laid it on too thick or too transparent. You could have a superhero costume made, suggested Shasta. You could be Captain Alphabet or ABC Man. I'd want to learn with. Hercules took a deep breath. Well, I have to say, and another deep breath. That's an awesome idea. What kind of an asshole would I be to say no? Right? We just talked of curses, right? He held out a paw. I'm in, but I'll have to ask loads of questions to make sure I really understand it all. Teach it to me like I'm that boy. If I do a thing, I do it 100%. I think it's a great idea to help kids with their ABC. Carl had to fight back a beaming smile. Shaska spared herself the struggle, and Mrs. Longstocking took Hercules' hand for so long it looked like she was doing a workout. So let's stop here. Nisha, we're already at 11:42. So we'll talk about some of these things we've just read about next time. So let's just stop here. Interest of not taking too much of your time. Okay, so you can see what happened here, right? You can understand what's happening, right? Hercules doesn't know how to read, and Carl and I think Shaska's involved have hatched a plan where Mrs. Longstocking is supposed to teach Hercules how to teach some some unknown person, but the objective is to teach Hercules how to read. That's their broad plan. So, okay, over to you, Manisha.
Suprabhat. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you all?
Good morning, ma'am.
Fine,
कैसे हैं
ma'am.
सब?
Fine, ma'am.
Fine, ma'am.
Fine. So you enjoyed Jugjeev's session?
Yes, ma'am.
Lovely.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
wonderful.
Yes, ma'am.
So what do we learn? क्या सीखा हमने आज?
Ma'am, we should control our emotions.
We should control our limitation.
Okay.
Ma'am, we should control our emotions.
Lovely.
Ma'am, we
What
should
else?
control our emotions.
So nice. So अभी हम कौन सी बुक पढ़ने वाले हैं? क्या आपको पता है?
मैम कोई हिंदी की बुक है, नाम
हाँ
नहीं आता।
जी, हिंदी की बुक है। कौन सी है?
नाम नहीं आता मैम।
दिख रही है?
नहीं मैम, आपका स्क्रीन हटाइए कसम से। क्या आपका
बच्चा नया मन सामना करने के लिए तैयार है?
क्या आपका बच्चा दुनिया का सामना करने के लिए तैयार है? तो आप कौन हो? हमारे सबके बच्चे हो? You
Yes,
are
ma'am.
students?
Yes, ma'am.
तो
Yes,
आप
ma'am.
दुनिया का सामना करने के लिए तैयार हैं?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
Yes. मैम अभी
Okay.
नहीं हुए।
अभी नहीं हुए? So
Yes,
nice.
ma'am.
That's
हम
an
हो
honest
जाएंगे।
answer. That's a
Ma'am,
very
I'm
honest
always
answer.
ready for every single thing.
Wonderful. So this is another perception. एक बच्चा तैयार है, एक नहीं है, पर हम सबको इकट्ठे तैयार होना है। तो कैसे तैयार होंगे? आपको पता है, बच्चों को आगे लाने के लिए, आगे बढ़ाने के लिए कुछ पिलर्स होते हैं, कुछ पिलर्स ऑफ डायमेंशन है, डिसिप्लिन है। तो आपको पता है क्या है वो क्वालिटीज जो आपके अंदर होनी चाहिए? बच्चों के अंदर क्या क्या क्वालिटीज होनी चाहिए, पता है आपको?
मैम कि हम हर चीज बर्दाश्त कर ले।
और मैम हम हर जगह एडजस्ट हो सके।
तो
मैम हमें काइंड होना चाहिए।
कॉम्प्रोमाइजिंग होना
अच्छा
चाहिए।
अच्छा, सब म्यूट होइए
Ma'am,
और सुनिए
helpful.
मेरी बात। मेरी
हमें
बात सुनिए।
इंडिपेंडेंट होना चाहिए, सबसे ज्यादा
काक
important।
चेष्टा, ध्यान से सुनो, मैं क्वेश्चन पूछूंगी, ठीक है? ध्यान से, बिल्कुल ध्यान से। काक चेष्टा वको ध्यानम श्वान निद्रा तथैव च अल्पहारी गृह त्यागी विद्यार्थी पंच लक्षणम। सो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? काक चेष्टा। सो काक चेष्टा का मतलब क्या हुआ?
कौवे जैसी चेष्टा वाला।
काक चेष्टा का क्या मतलब हुआ?
मैम,
हाँ जी। काक मतलब क्या? क्रो?
मैम नहीं पता।
काक चेष्टा वको ध्यानम स्वय निद्रा तथैव च अल्पहारी गृह त्यागी
विद्यार्थी पंच लक्षण। सो काक चेष्टा का क्या मतलब हुआ? काक, काक मतलब कौआ, क्रो। व्हाट इज अ क्रो डू? बहुत अलर्ट होते हैं, इधर उधर बहुत भागते रहते हैं।
मैम दे आर अटेंटिव, अटेंटिव होते हैं।
सो आपको मेरी स्क्रीन दिख रही है?
यस मैम, वी कैन सी योर स्क्रीन।
ओके, सो काक चेष्टा का मतलब हुआ हमें हमेशा क्रो की तरह एक्टिव होना चाहिए और क्यूरियस होना चाहिए। वको ध्यानम, वक इज क्रेन। क्रेन को देखा है कैसे पानी में खड़ा रहता है
की
एकदम
तरह
स्टिल
ध्यान
फिश को
लगाना।
पकड़ने के लिए?
वको
तो
ध्यान
की तरह
मतलब
ध्यान
बकुले की
रखना।
तरह ध्यान लगाना।
concentration.
सो
मैम
Focus and concentration.
लवली, वेरी नाइस। सो क्रेन की तरह हमें फोकस करना चाहिए और कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना चाहिए। नेक्स्ट, ग्रेय अल्प।
स्वाय निद्रा का मतलब
Leaving
कुत्ते
our
की तरह
house,
सोना।
leaving our comfort zone. Grah त्यागी.
श्वान,
Leaving our comfort zone. Leaving
लवली,
our comfort zone. Like
वेरी
we are
गुड
in
आरव,
hostel.
वेरी
Like
गुड,
we are in
वेरी
hostel.
नाइस,
It's also grah त्यागी, we can say.
सो स्वीट। सो काक चेष्टा, वको ध्यानम,
वको
श्वान
ध्यानम,
निद्रा।
स्वाय
थर्ड इज
निद्रा
दैट इज डॉग की तरह हमें लाइट स्लीपर होना चाहिए। जब भी आपके पेरेंट्स या टीचर्स या हाउस वार्डन आपको उठाए, आप बिल्कुल उठ जाए। और ये नहीं कि 10 मिनट और सोने दो, 5 मिनट और सोने दो, ऐसा हमें नहीं करना है। अल्पाहारी, हमें हेल्दी रहना है। हेल्दी रहने के लिए हमें मॉडरेट क्वांटिटी में
कम खाना चाहिए। मैम अच्छा खाना चाहिए।
Balanced diet.
मैम फल खाना चाहिए और साथ मैम हमें अच्छा चीजें खानी
मैम
चाहिए।
अगर हम
जंक फूड
ज्यादा
नहीं
खाएंगे
खाना
तो हमें
चाहिए।
नींद आएगी।
Balanced
Balanced
diet.
diet.
हमें ज्यादा से ज्यादा
बैलेंस डाइट मेंटेन करना चाहिए फिर मैम।
मैम अगर हम ज्यादा
बैलेंस
खा
डाइट
लेंगे तो हमें
मेंटेन
नींद
करना ही
आने
चाहिए मैम
लगेगी।
हम लोग
खाते
को।
हैं उसका
वन एट ए
आधा
टाइम।
खाना।
मेरी क्लासरूम,
मैम हमें
listen,
रोज एक्सरसाइज करनी चाहिए।
मेरी
Exactly.
क्लासरूम का रूल है कि आप हैंड्स अप करेंगे तब हम आपको बोलेंगे कि आप बोले। एक साथ सब बोलेंगे तो हम नहीं समझेंगे ना बेटा। तो एक रूल है, हैंड्स अप करेंगे उसके बाद। और ऐसे प्लीज अनम्यूट होके मत बोलिए, दैट इज नॉट आवर क्लासरूम रूल्स। गृह त्यागी, अब हमें गृह त्यागी का मतलब ये नहीं हुआ कि हमें घर छोड़ के जाना है। गृह त्यागी का मतलब हुआ कि गैजेट्स को जो हम यूज कर रहे हैं उसको एक डिसेंट मॉडरेट टाइम पे यूज करना है। गेम्स ज्यादा नहीं खेलना है, बिकॉज उससे आपको बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम होती है। आप गैजेट्स को यूज करेंगे, हम जैसे हम रीड कर रहे हैं संडे, उसके लिए आप यूज करेंगे। कुछ आपको गूगल करना है उसके लिए यूज करेंगे, पर गेम्स एप्स नहीं खेलेंगे और दूसरी साइज के खोल करके अपना टाइम पास नहीं करेंगे। सो ये इसका मतलब है। नाउ नेक्स्ट वी हैव आवर रीडिंग। सो अब हम बुक रीड करेंगे। आपको मेरी बुक दिख रही है? अब इस रीडिंग के समय
Please put your
Yes,
hands
ma'am.
down.
नो
आपके हाथ
मैम।
थक जाएंगे. Please put your hands down.
अपने हाथ को नीचे कर लीजिए सब कोई। हाथ
Thank
आपके
you.
दुख जाएंगे खड़े खड़े। तो अभी हम ये चैप्टर पढ़ने वाले हैं एंड आई रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन टू स्पीक ओनली व्हेन आई टेल यू, एल्स प्लीज मत बोलिएगा बीच में, ठीक है?
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम।
हाँ जी बेटा बोलिए।
मैम आई कांट सी योर स्क्रीन।
बेटा अपना नेटवर्क चेक करिए, अगर सबको नहीं दिख रहा तो प्रॉब्लम है, वरना आपके नेटवर्क में प्रॉब्लम है।
Very clear, Monica. Very clear.
या बेटा अपना नेटवर्क चेक करिए। ओके, सो ये चैप्टर हमारा है संकल्प। हमें संकल्प लेना होता है। तो सफलता कभी भी अंतिम नहीं होती, असफलता कभी भी घातक नहीं होती, आगे बढ़ते रहने का साहस ही प्रमुख होता है। किसने कहा है ये?
Ma'am,
विंस्टन
Winston
चर्चिल।
Churchill, who
वेरी
was like the president of England during the World War II.
वाओ, सो नाइस। अब बीच में आप नहीं बोलेंगे बेटा, हम आपको बताएंगे कब हमारा इंटरेक्शन होगा। 2010 में आई फोन का एक नया मॉडल लॉन्च किया गया। देवांग उसे कितना स्मार्ट है कहकर उसके लिए बड़े जोशीले प्रकरण बनाने लगा और उसके गुणों को बखान करते हुए कहने लगा, टेक्नोलॉजी अद्भुत है, इसका टच स्क्रीन कितना चिकना है, हर कोई खरीद रहा है। और जिद करने लगा, प्लीज प्लीज क्या मुझे भी एक आईफोन मिल सकता है? स्टीव जॉब्स सही मायने में जानते थे कि लोगों को एप्पल उत्पादों के प्रति कैसे उत्साहित किया जाए। देवांग में जो उत्साह साफ नजर आ रहा था, उसका फायदा उठाते हुए मैंने स्टीव जॉब्स के जीवन पर एक चर्चा शुरू करने का निश्चय किया। देवांग में जो उत्साह साफ नजर आ रहा था, उसका फायदा उठाते हुए मैंने स्टीव जॉब्स के जीवन पर एक चर्चा शुरू करने का निश्चय किया। देवांग में भी सुनने का बहुत जोश था। शायद एप्पल उसके रोज के जीवन का इस हद तक हिस्सा बन गया था कि वो जॉब्स के बारे में जानना चाहता था। जॉब्स का जीवन उतार चढ़ाव और संकल्प से भरा हुआ था। जरा कल्पना कीजिए, 6 महीने बाद कॉलेज छोड़ देना और 21 साल की उम्र में इतिहास में किसी भी कंपनी से अधिक करोड़पतियों के साथ 1 2 अरब US डॉलर की कंपनी बनाना, अपने ही द्वारा स्थापित कंपनी से निकाल दिया जाना, एक नई कंपनी बनाना और दूसरे को खरीदना, जिस कंपनी ने उसे निकाला था उसी में वापस बुलाकर उसका सीईओ बनाया जाना, या 8 साल तक एक असाधारण कैंसर से युद्ध करने के बाद 56 साल की उम्र में गुजर जाना। जॉब्स ने इनमें से किसी एक काम को नहीं किया, जॉब्स ने ये सभी काम किए। तो यहाँ पे बताया जा रहा है कि कितनी प्रॉब्लम उनके साथ थी, उन्होंने कुछ अचीव किया, फिर उन्हें छोड़ना पड़ा, फिर वापस आए, तो उनके लाइफ में बहुत स्ट्रगल था, बहुत ज्यादा अप्स एंड डाउन्स उनके लाइफ में होते गए। तो हमारे लाइफ में जब भी अप्स एंड डाउन होने चाहिए, हमें कभी भी हिम्मत को नहीं हारना है और दोबारा नई हिम्मत के साथ उसको वापस लाना है। इसको हम रेजिलियंस भी बोल सकते हैं। कॉलेज छोड़ देने के बाद जॉब्स होम ब्रू कंप्यूटर क्लब की मीटिंग्स में जाने लगे। ये कंप्यूटर प्रेमियों का ग्रुप था। यहाँ उनकी मुलाकात स्टीव वोजनियाक से हुई और उन्होंने साथ काम करने का निश्चय किया। 1976 में जॉब्स और वोजनियाक ने मिलकर एप्पल कंप्यूटर इंक नामक कंपनी जॉब्स के माता पिता के गैराज में शुरू की। वोजनियाक के अनुसार जॉब्स ने ये नाम एक सेब के बगान से हुई सभा में जाने के बाद रखा था। उनका पहला उत्पाद था एप्पल वन। ये एक बिना केस, कीबोर्ड या मॉनिटर वाला कंप्यूटर था। 1 साल के अंदर ही वे दोनों एप्पल टू के साथ तैयार थे, जो बहुत ही सफल रहा। 25 साल की उम्र में स्टीव की मिल्कियत 100 मिलियन US डॉलर थी। एप्पल कंप्यूटर इंक स्थापित करने के 7 साल बाद जॉब्स पेप्सी कोला कंपनी में जॉन स्कली के पास गए और उनसे पूछा, क्या तुम जीवन भर मीठा पानी ही बेचना चाहते हो या फिर मेरे साथ आकर दुनिया बदलना चाहते हो? तो स्कली एप्पल के सीईओ बन गए। जॉब्स और स्कली की प्रबंधन शैली अलग थी और जल्दी ही दोनों के बीच सत्ता को लेकर मतभेद शुरू हो गए। तैरती हुई बिक्री ने स्थिति को और भी बिगाड़ दिया। जब सेकेंड जनरेशन मैक को सकारात्मक प्रतिक्रिया नहीं मिली, तो दोनों अलग होने की कगार पर पहुंच गए। कंपनी का उत्थान कंपनी का उत्थान कैसे किया गया, इस विषय पर दोनों में मतभेद हो गया और स्कली बोर्ड से शिकायत करने पहुंच गए। बोर्ड ने स्कली को समर्थन देने का निर्णय लिया और जॉब्स को कंपनी से निकाल दिया। तो ऐसा होता है आप लोग के साथ कि आप कभी कभी कुछ करते हैं, करते करते कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ जाती है फ्रेंड्स के बीच में, और एक ही फ्रेंड जो आपका कभी बहुत ही अच्छा था एंड दूसरे ही पल वो आपके साथ प्रॉब्लम में आकर के कुछ नई तरीके से आपकी बात को प्रेजेंट करता है। मिसकम्युनिकेशन होता है आप लोग के साथ स्कूलों में?
Yes, ma'am.
लवली।
And
सो
every single time.
मिसकम्युनिकेशन हमें नहीं करना है और अपने कम्युनिकेशन में कोई गैप नहीं रखना है। तो फिर जॉब्स ने क्या किया? वह कॉफी का बीज बन गए। कॉफी का बीज आप पूछना चाहेंगे, मैं समझाता हूँ। कॉफी क्या करती है आपको पता है? जब कॉफी को हम बॉईल करते हैं उसके सीड्स को, तो पानी कैसा हो जाता है?
Black.
ओके।
कड़वा।
कड़वा। ओके। स्मेल कैसी होती है, उसकी सुगंध कैसी होती है? अरोमा होता है कुछ उसमें?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
तो कैसी लगती है, अच्छी लगती है, खराब लगती है?
Ma'am,
कड़वी लगती है,
it's
जैसे
just like
खराब
another
लगती है।
taste.
ओके। हमारे क्लासरूम का रूल क्या था?
Raise the hand and then speak.
एग्जैक्टली। तो आप रूल तोड़ रहे हैं ना? तो हमें रूल नहीं तोड़ना है। अभी थोड़ी सी लेट हो गई है हाथ उठाने में, तो हम नेक्स्ट टाइम आपका लेंगे, प्लीज हैंड्स डाउन कर लीजिए। तो फिर जॉब्स ने क्या किया? वो कॉफी का बीज बन गए। कॉफी का बीज आप पूछना चाहेंगे, मैं समझाता हूँ। एक जवान लड़की जिसका जीवन मुश्किलों से भरा हुआ था, अपनी माँ के पास सलाह मांगने गई। माँ ने बहुत धैर्यपूर्ण उसकी अंतहीन चुनौतियों का रोना सुना और उसे रसोई में ले गई। उसने 3 बर्तनों में पानी भरा और उन्हें चूल्हे पर चढ़ा दिया। जब पानी उबलने लगा तो माँ ने एक बर्तन में गाजर, दूसरे में अंडे और तीसरे में कॉफी के बीज डाल दिए। थोड़ी देर बाद उसने चूल्हा बंद कर दिया और तीनों बर्तन बाहर ले आई और अपनी बेटी से पूछा, इन बर्तनों में तुम्हें क्या दिखता है? गाजर, उबले अंडे और कॉफी, उनकी बेटी ने जवाब दिया। और क्या दिखता है? माँ ने पूछा। माँ, गाजर नरम पड़ गई है, अंडे उबलकर सख्त हो गए हैं और कॉफी की खुशबू बहुत अच्छी आ रही है। तो इन सब में आप मुझे क्या बताना चाह रही हैं? माँ ने जवाब दिया, पहले गाजर बहुत सख्त थी, लेकिन उबलने के बाद वह नरम और कमजोर हो गई। अंडे अपने सुरक्षात्मक छिलके के अंदर बहुत नरम थे, लेकिन उबलने के बाद वे अंदर से बहुत सख्त हो गए। कॉफी के बीजों ने पानी का रंग और स्वाद बदल दिया। तो तुम क्या बनना चाहती हो? देखो कितने अच्छी तरीके से एक माँ जो है अपने बच्चे को समझा रही है, रियल लाइफ डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन देके। 3 चीजें वो पानी में उबालती है, गाजर, अंडे और कॉफी। गाजर जब हम रॉ खाते हैं एज अ सैलेड तो वो काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग होती है, क्रिस्पी होती है, बट बॉईल होके वो काफी सॉगी हो जाती है। अंडे ऊपर से सख्त होते हैं उसका शेल, बट अंदर लिक्विड होता है, बट बॉईल होके वो सॉलिड फॉर्म में आ जाता है। एंड कॉफी पानी में जाते ही न तो सिर्फ पानी का रंग चेंज कर रही है, कलर चेंज कर रही है, बट वो टेस्ट भी चेंज कर रही है। तो इसको हम अपनी लाइफ में ऐसे सोच सकते हैं कि हमें क्या बनना है। हमें सॉफ्ट बनना है, हमें सख्त बनना है, या हमें दूसरों को चेंज करके उनको अपने जैसा करना है। तो जॉब्स ने अपने कॉफी के बीज वाले स्वरूप में एक और कंपनी शुरू करी। उन उन्होंने उसका नाम नेक्स्ट रखा। 7 साल के बाद उन्होंने आधे कर्मचारियों को निकाल दिया और फैक्ट्री बंद कर दी और सॉफ्टवेयर विकसित करने पर ध्यान केंद्रित करने का निर्णय लिया। 10 साल बाद एप्पल ने उस कंपनी को 400 मिलियन यूएस डॉलर में खरीद लिया। जिस साल जॉब्स ने नेक्स्ट कंपनी शुरू की थी, उस साल उन्होंने एक कंप्यूटर एनिमेशन स्टूडियो खरीदा और उसके प्रयोग से टॉय स्टोरी, द इनक्रेडिबल्स और कोर्स जैसी फिल्मों की सफलता में बड़ा योगदान दिया। एप्पल से निकाले जाने के 10 साल बाद वह अरबपति बन गए। अगले साल उन्हें एप्पल से दोबारा जुड़ने का प्रस्ताव मिला। अपने नए अवतार में जॉब्स ने एप्पल ने अनेक महत्वपूर्ण बदलाव किए। उन्होंने बहुत से मैनेजर्स को निकाल दिया और विभागीय ढांचे को तोड़ दिया। उन्होंने टिम कुक को नौकरी पर रखा, जो आगे चलकर एप्पल के सीईओ बने। उद्योग में जो लोगों की रुचि जगे वे केवल उनके द्वारा I'm sorry, I lost. वह केवल उनके द्वारा लाए गए बदलावों के कारण नहीं थी, बल्कि उनके तरीके और अनेक उनकी शैली की वजह से भी थी। जहां पहले वे दूसरों के विचारों की आलोचना करते थे और अगर वे विचारों में भिन्नता होती तो उन्हें सुनने का उनमें धैर्य भी नहीं था। वही जब जॉब्स एक खुले दिमाग में सबसे पेश आते थे। एक बार जॉब्स ने कहा था, मेरे बिजनेस के लिए द बीटल्स मेरा आदर्श है। वे 4 लोग थे जो एक दूसरों की नकारात्मक प्रवृत्तियों को नियंत्रण में रखते थे। वे एक दूसरे के संतुलन को बनाए रखते थे। उनके संयुक्त कार्यों का मूल्य उनके निजी भागों के कुल से अधिक था। बिजनेस में कोई भी महान कार्य किसी एक व्यक्ति द्वारा नहीं किया जाता है, उसे लोगों की एक टीम के द्वारा किया जाता है। ये किशोर जॉब्स के नाम काम करने के अंदाज से बिल्कुल अलग था। जब कर्मचारियों ने काम करने का उत्साह था और उन्हें अपने रोज के कार्य में गर्व महसूस होता था। इसका नतीजा यह हुआ कि बहुत से नए उत्पादों का सृजन हुआ। 2005 में स्टैनफोर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी में दिए गए एक भाषण में जॉब्स ने कहा कि एप्पल से निकाले जाना उनके लिए बहुत ही अच्छा साबित हुआ। इससे अच्छा कुछ नहीं हो सकता। फिर से नई शुरुआत करने के हल्केपन ने सफल होने के बोझ की जगह ले ली। मैं हर बात के बारे में क्रम कम निश्चयात्मक था। इस इसने मुझे अपने जीवन में सबसे रचनात्मक दौर में प्रवेश करने की आजादी दी। उन्होंने आगे कहा, मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि इन सब में से कुछ भी नहीं होता अगर मुझे एप्पल से निकाला नहीं जाता। ये बहुत ही कड़वी दवाई थी, लेकिन शायद मरीज को इसकी जरूरत थी। तो अभी मैं ये पूछना चाहूंगी, आप लोग बोलेंगे नहीं, आंसर्स आप चैट बॉक्स में लिखेंगे। आपके साथ ऐसा हुआ है कभी जब आपको लगा हो कि पेरेंट्स ने, गार्डियन ने, फ्रेंड्स ने आपके साथ बहुत बुरा किया, बट वो बुराई किसी तरीके से आपके लिए बहुत ही अच्छी साबित हुई? ऐसा कभी हुआ है कि उस समय आपको लगा है कि हाँ बहुत ही बुरा हुआ है? यस, क्या हुआ है? हाँ, अक्सर होता है। किसी चीज के लिए आपको मना किया गया, आपको उस समय तो बहुत बुरा लगा, लेकिन बाद में आपको लगा कि नहीं, दिस वाज द राइट थिंग, इट हैपेंड। ब्लेसिंग इन डिसगाइज। ओके, हैपेंड इन माय क्रिकेट मैच, वेरी गुड। यस, बहुत। तो आप लोग मैसेज करके मुझे बताइए कि कब हुआ था और क्या हुआ था। समटाइम्स, यस, नो, दैट्स लवली। क्या आप इंसिडेंट शेयर करना चाहेंगे? क्रिकेट मैच में हुआ था एक बारी, क्या हुआ था क्रिकेट मैच में? आरिश खान, आपने लिखा है इट हैपेंड इन माय क्रिकेट मैच, क्या हुआ क्रिकेट मैच में? बेटा क्या हुआ, आप इंसिडेंट लिखना चाहेंगे?
Ma'am, can I tell mine?
ओके, तक्ष।
Ma'am, I was like in a match of like what can I say? Like cricket only. And ma'am, like I was batting. My sir said, "You are not batting well. Go outside the field and give your batting to someone else." I gave, and ma'am, after that, someone got retired. Heart.
ओ माय गॉड, देन?
Then I thank the God and also the sir because indirectly they saved my life.
यस, सो इट वाज ब्लेसिंग इन डिसगाइज। कई बार हमें लगता है कि हमारे साथ बहुत बुरा हो रहा है, हम अपसेट होते हैं, परेशान होते हैं, बट एक्चुअली क्या होता है, गॉड ने हमारे लिए कुछ ना कुछ आगे का रास्ता खोला हुआ होता है। तो सिंस अगर हम उस समय स्ट्रांग नहीं हुए और डिफिकल्ट टाइम में कंफ्यूज होके, स्ट्रेस आउट होके, परेशान होके कोने में बैठ जाते हैं, तो हम और ज्यादा परेशान होते हैं एंड आगे के लिए हम अपना बेस्ट नहीं दे पाते। तो कभी ऐसा आपको फील हो तो आप सोचो कि गॉड ने आपके लिए कुछ नया रास्ता निकाला हुआ है, आपसे वो कुछ और करवाना चाहते हैं, बिकॉज हम इस दुनिया में आए हैं। इस दुनिया में आ करके हमारे लिए, सबके लिए कुछ ना कुछ काम गॉड ने पहले से ही डिसाइड करके रखे। सो उस चीज को हमें करना है और करके आगे बढ़ना है। आगे बढ़ते हैं चैप्टर में। जॉब्स का दर्शन मार्क ट्वेन की तरह स्पष्ट था। अब से 20 साल बाद आप उन सब चीजों से ज्यादा निराश होंगे जो आपने नहीं की, बजाय उसके जो आपने की। इसलिए सभी गांठों को खोल दो, अपने सुरक्षित किनारे से दूर निकलो, वक्त की हवा के बहाव को अपनी नाव के पाल में भर लो। जॉब्स के ठीक विपरीत, हम में से अधिकतर लोग असफलता के प्रति बहुत ही नकारात्मक प्रतिक्रिया दिखाते हैं। झुंझलाहट, क्रोध और निराशा सबसे आम प्रतिक्रिया है। जब हमें अपना मनचाहा प्रमोशन नहीं मिलता, कोई प्रोजेक्ट असफल हो जाता है या हमें अपनी इच्छा के अनुरूप परिणाम नहीं मिलता, तो मानो सारा आसमान ही हमारे ऊपर गिर पड़ता है। हमारे बच्चे भी ऐसी ही प्रतिक्रिया दिखाते हैं। स्पोर्ट्स टीम में चयन नहीं होना, संगीत समूह या जोशीले भाषण में शामिल नहीं हो पाना, इन सबको एक बहुत बड़ी निराशा के रूप में देखा जाता है। पूर्ण रूप से आदर्श नहीं बन पाना एक बहुत बड़ी विपत्ति के रूप में देखा जाता है। देवांग ने सोचा कि वह स्कूल का हेड बॉय बनेगा। अपने स्वयं के मूल्यांकन के अनुसार उसके अंक अच्छे थे और वह उस पद के योग्य था। लेकिन जब घोषणा की गई तो देवांग बहुत उदास हो गया। उसे हेड बॉय नहीं बल्कि डेप्यूटी हेड बॉय बनाया गया। नंदिनी और मैंने उससे बात करने का निश्चय किया। तुम्हें तो आभारी होना चाहिए कि तुम्हारा डेप्यूटी हेड बॉय के रूप में चयन हुआ है। ये तो बड़े गौरव की बात है। जब इससे बात नहीं बनी तो हमने उसे दूसरा कारण बताने का प्रयास किया। तुम्हें कम जिम्मेदारी उठानी पड़ेगी। तो ये बच्चा जो है हेड बॉय नहीं बन पाया, या असिस्टेंट हेड बॉय या डेप्यूटी हेड बॉय बना, तो वो बहुत ही अपसेट था। नेचुरल है, ही थॉट कि वो एक जगह पे खड़ा होगा, सबको सबसे बात करेगा, सबको मोटिवेट करेगा, बट वो मोटिवेट नहीं कर सकता था बिकॉज उसे उसके ऊपर भी कोई था। वो टॉप में जाना चाहता था बट वो सेकंड टॉप हो गया। सेकंड टॉप कभी खराब नहीं होता है, बट उस बच्चे को बहुत ही बुरा लग रहा था। तो इन्होंने, उसके फ्रेंड्स ने उसे मोटिवेट करना शुरू किया, उन्हें बताना शुरू किया कि ठीक है तुम्हें काम करना पड़ेगा, और तुम फिर भी तो हो ग्रुप में, तो फिर भी हो, ऐसा तो नहीं है तुम ग्रुप से निकल गए। अब देखिए आगे वो क्या बताते हैं। तुम्हारे पास अपना मनचाहा काम करने के लिए ज्यादा समय मिलेगा, तुम्हारे पास पढ़ने के लिए ज्यादा समय रहेगा और दबाव भी कम होगा। लेकिन किसी बात से भी उसे शांति मिलती नहीं दिख रही थी। खैर, आने वाले कुछ दिनों में उसकी निराशा धीरे धीरे कम होती गई। 3 साल बाद देवांग ने अपने कॉलेज, हिंदू कॉलेज की कॉमर्स सोसाइटी के प्रेसिडेंट बनने की इच्छा जाहिर की। हमने उसे यही सलाह दी, स्कूल में मिली असफलता को खुद को परेशान मत करने देना। एंड एडमंड हिलेरी को याद करो, जो एवरेस्ट पर चढ़ने के बाद पहले प्रयास में असफल हो गया था, लेकिन वह अपने आप को तब तक और भी अधिक प्रशिक्षित करता रहा जब तक वह सफल नहीं हो गया। सोच के देखो कि इस बार तुम क्या अलग कर सकते हो। देवांग प्रेसिडेंट बन गया। जब हमने उसे बधाई दी तो हमने उससे कहा कि उसे ये याद रखना चाहिए कि जब वह अगली बार कुछ करना चाहे तो असफल हो सकता है। सफलता, असफलता और फिर और अधिक सफलता, बस यही तो जीवन है। इन सब का सामना करने की एक ही कुंजी है, और वह है गिरने के बाद उठने का दृढ़ संकल्प। आप लोगों ने चींटियों को देखा है कभी? एंट्स को देखा है?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
क्या
ma'am.
करती है एंट?
वो हमेशा दीवार पर चढ़ने का कोशिश करती रहती है। वो 100 बार गिरती है लेकिन तब भी एक ना एक बार सफल होकर चढ़ी जाती है।
एग्जैक्टली। तो हमें एंट से सीखना चाहिए। और सफलता असफलता एक ही सिक्के के दो पहलू हैं। जैसे कि ये किताब, ये इसका फ्रंट और ये इसका बैक। तो हर एक चीज का दो होता है व्यू, फ्रंट एंड बैक। आप अपने अंदर कुछ और हो और बाहर के लिए आपका बिहेवियर कुछ और होता है। बट उसको अपने लाइफ में आगे बढ़ने के लिए आप व्यवधान मत समझो, आप ये मत समझो कि आपको प्रॉब्लम होगी। अपनी जो कमियां उसको स्वीकारो, और स्वीकार करके उसको कहीं पे लिखो, और वो कमियों को अपनी स्ट्रेंथ बनाओ। दिस इज लाइफ। ये सोच के कि हम असफल हो गए, हम क्लास मॉनिटर नहीं बन पाए, हम हेड बॉय नहीं बन पाए, हमें कोई लीडरशिप रोल नहीं मिल पाई, ऐसा मत सोचो। हमें क्या सोचना है कि इसके बाद और क्या करना है। इस बार नहीं मिला, नो प्रॉब्लम, नेक्स्ट से हम और आगे बढ़ेंगे। इस तरीके से हम अपने आप को प्रूव कर सकेंगे। तो अगली बार जब हमारे बच्चे असफलता का स्वाद चखने पर निराश हो जाएं, तो हमें संकल्प के बारे में याद दिलाना चाहिए। हमारी इस बात को बेहतर रूप में समझाने के लिए शायद एप्पल का उत्पाद आसपास ही रहेगा। असफलता से सफलता को विकसित करो। हतोत्साहित होना और असफलता सफलता तक पहुंचाने की दो सुनिश्चित सीढ़ियां। आप लोग स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिए इस कोट का, और मुझे इस कोट के ऊपर रिफ्लेक्शन चाहिए आप लोगों की। तो आप लोग रिफ्लेक्शन लिखेंगे? रिफ्लेक्शन लिखेंगे आप लोग सब?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
रिफ्लेक्शन लिखने का क्या फायदा है बताइए?
Ma'am.
Ma'am, improve our writing.
Improve होगी।
बेटा खाली राइटिंग इंप्रूव होती है?
मैम रिकॉल होता है।
बेटा राइटिंग, आप हैंड राइटिंग की बात कर रहे हैं कि आपके अंडरस्टैंडिंग की बात कर रहे हैं?
मैम हमारी
क्योंकि
अंडरस्टैंडिंग हिंदी इंप्रूव होगी, अंडरस्टैंडिंग इंप्रूव होगी, एंड मैम हमारी राइटिंग भी इंप्रूव होगी।
यस,
Ma'am
राइटिंग
will
तो
get
इंप्रूव
Also,
होगी।
ma'am, our view of thinking things will also be increased.
वंडरफुल, दिस इज व्हाट एग्जैक्टली आई वाज लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड फॉर। आप जब कुछ लिखते हैं, लिख के जब हम पढ़ते हैं तो हमें नई आइडियाज मिलते हैं। अभी जुगजीत सर ने भी बताया था कि हम अपने एक्सपीरियंस से सीखते हैं, ऐसा सब बोलते हैं, बट एक्चुअली हम अपने एक्सपीरियंस से नहीं सीखते। हम ये सोचते हैं कि ऐसा क्या हुआ जो पिछली बार नहीं हुआ था, हम उसको कंपेयर करते, कंपेयर करके हम कॉन्ट्रास्ट करते, एंड फिर हमें लगता है कि इस बार जो हमने किया, पिछली बार हमने ये नहीं किया था, वो पॉइंट्स को हम सोच के जर्नल करके आगे बढ़ते। तो जो इस बार वर्क नहीं करा, जरूरी नहीं अगली बार भी वर्क नहीं करे, हो सकता है नेक्स्ट टाइम वही चीजें वर्क करे। तो अभी हमको अपना अप्रोच ऐसा रखना है कि अगर कुछ गलत हो रहा है तो हम उसको नेगेटिव सोच के, परेशान होकर के दुखी नहीं होंगे, और उसको पॉजिटिव वे में लेके हम उसको आगे बढ़ाएंगे। दैट इज गोइंग टू बी द बेस्ट पार्ट फॉर अस, कि कैसे हमें अपनी असफलताओं को ध्यान में रख के लाइफ को पॉजिटिव लेके आगे बढ़ना है। तो अब सब करेंगे आप लोग जर्नलिंग,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
और अपने जर्नल्स
Yes,
को
ma'am.
जो भी आपने लिखा है मुझे भेजेंगे
Yes,
Yes,
जल्दी से।
ma'am.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
तो
ma'am.
पिछली बार आपने देखा होगा सेशन के बारे में कुछ बच्चों की आई थी, टीचर्स की भी आई थी रिफ्लेक्शंस। तो इस बार मुझे और ज्यादा रिफ्लेक्शंस चाहिए, जिस तरीके से मैं उसको पोस्ट कर सकूं और आप लोग आकर के नेक्स्ट टाइम उसे पढ़ सके। करेंगे सब?
Yes, ma'am.
यस। सो कुछ पूछना है आप लोग को और? हाँ जी, वेदा आपने हाथ उठाया, आरिश आपने हाथ उठाया है। वेदा यू कैन से बेटा।
मैम आई वांट टू से दैट अगर आप रिफ्लेक्शन लिखते हो तो उससे आपकी कैपेबिलिटी का पता चलता है कि आप कितने केपेबल हो अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए, आप कितना समझ सकते हो और आप उसको कैसे अपने व्यूज को रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हो।
एग्जैक्टली बेटा, कैपेबिलिटी सब लोग केपेबल है। आपको पता होगा, अगर नहीं पता तो मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगी कि हार्वर्ड गार्डनर एक थे, उन्होंने मल्टीपल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में बताया। हम सबके पास 9 टाइप्स ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस है, बट अभी 8 ही हम ले रहे हैं, एंड 9th को जो एग्जिस्टेंशियल है, यानी हम यहाँ पे क्यों है इस वर्ल्ड में, इस दुनिया में, और हमारा क्या काम है, इसको अभी थोड़ा एक्साइट कर दिया गया है। तो बाकी के जो 8 इंटेलिजेंस सबके पास है, बट किसी के पास कुछ ज्यादा है, किसी के पास कुछ कम है सबके पास। फॉर एग्जाम्पल स्पेशल इंटेलिजेंस, जगह, कुछ लोगों को पता है कि उतनी सी जगह में कितना सामान आएगा, बट कुछ लोग ले जाके सामान रख के देखते हैं, कुछ लोग आइडिया लगा लेते हैं। इसका एग्जाम्पल है आपके कपड़े। आपकी मम्मी पापा में से कोई एक आपके जो कपड़े खरीदते हैं वो बिल्कुल आपको फिट होते हैं, और अभी कोई और खरीद के लाता है वो या तो छोटा या बड़ा हो जाता है। तो जो आपके फिट के हिसाब से कपड़े ला रहे हैं, उनके अंदर स्पेशल इंटेलिजेंस ज्यादा है। कुछ लोग बोलते हैं, उनकी बातें हमें बहुत अच्छी लगती है, बट कुछ लोग बोलते हैं उनकी बातें हमें कहीं समझ में नहीं आती। हम लोग कई बार देख करके पढ़ के समझते हैं, कई बार हमारे जो टीचर्स बोलते हैं वो सुन के हम समझते हैं, कई बार हम खुद रीड करके समझते हैं, कई बार हम म्यूजिक के साथ पढ़ते हैं तब हम समझते हैं। तो ये सारी हमारी डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस है, सबके पास है, बट किसी के पास कुछ ज्यादा है, किसी के पास कुछ कम है। तो अभी आपने ये बोला केपेबिलिटी के ऊपर में सब केपेबल है, बट वहां पे कुछ पॉइंट पे कोई ज्यादा है, कुछ पॉइंट पे कुछ कम है। मेधा आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? मेधा सिंह।
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ जी बेटा बोलिए।
Ma'am, as you have read that storybook and you have said to write the reflection on one page
बेटा
to
आपने इस जो चैप्टर से समझा, संकल्प जो चैप्टर है उसके ऊपर आप कुछ लिख सकते हैं, वरना आपका खुद का लाइफ में क्या संकल्प है, आप अपने लाइफ में एज अ स्टूडेंट क्या आगे लेके जाना चाहते हैं। आपके साथ ऐसा कुछ इंसिडेंट हुआ हो जिसमें आपको उस समय तो लगा हो कि बहुत गलत है, बट आगे जाकर के वो आपके लिए अच्छा हो। आप जो भी कुछ सोचो लिख सकते हो। सिर्फ लिखना नहीं, आप चाहो तो मुझे अपनी ड्राइंग भी भेज सकते हैं। आप इस टॉपिक के ऊपर कुछ ड्रॉ करके या कुछ बोल के, पॉडकास्ट है आपका जैसे, आप वो भी भेज सकते हैं। तो या तो आप कुछ राइट अप मुझे भेजे, या आप कुछ मुझे ड्राइंग भेजे, मैं दोनों को ही आपका पब्लिश करूंगी। और राइटिंग जब आप भेजो अपने टीचर्स की थोड़ा हेल्प लीजिए, मुझे रिटर्न में आपका अगर आपके अच्छे हैं तो वो एक पीपीटी के हिसाब से बना सकते हैं। एंड मेधा, मैं जानना चाहूंगी आप कौन से स्कूल से हो बेटा?
no, I am from Sunbeam School, Balia.
हाँ, तो सनबीम सुलवलिया आपकी जो मैम है, मैम से बात करिए और वो आपको बता देंगे कि किस तरीके से है, शी इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू आउट। ठीक है बेटा?
ओके मैम, थैंक यू।
प्रांजल, आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे बेटा?
मैम किसी ने कहा कि चींटी पहाड़ पे चढ़ती है तो फिसलती है, मगर मैम जो लेबर होता है वो भी हार्ड वर्क करता है फिर भी उतना पैसा नहीं कमा पाता है।
बेटा इट इज ऑल अबाउट स्किल्स। लेबर को उसके, देखो बेटा हमारा माइंडसेट दो तरीके का है, एक फिक्स माइंडसेट, एक आपका जो ग्रोथ माइंडसेट है। तो फिक्स माइंडसेट लेबर्स का होता है, उनको पता है कि हमें यही काम करना है, हमें सामान ही ढोना है अपने सर के ऊपर और यहीं से वहीं लेकर के जाना है। उसके आगे की वो सोच ही नहीं सकता, उसको पता है कि 9 to 5 यही जॉब मुझे करना है। वही जिसका ग्रोथ माइंडसेट होता है वो मेहनत करता है, हार्ड वर्क की जगह वो स्मार्ट वर्क करता है। तो बेटा दुनिया में दो तरीके के लोग हैं, एक हार्ड वर्किंग, एक स्मार्ट वर्किंग, और तीसरे जो है वो दोनों का तीनों दोनों का मिक्सचर हो जाते हैं, थोड़ा सा हार्ड थोड़ा सा स्मार्ट, तो वो बन जाती है तीसरी कैटेगरी। तो यस यू आर राइट, जो लेबर क्लास है वो बहुत हार्ड वर्किंग है बट पैसे नहीं कमा पाते ज्यादा, तो उनको थोड़ा सा स्मार्ट वर्किंग और स्किल्स की जरूरत है। उसी लेबर्स में जो कारपेंटर्स है, प्लम्बर्स है, आपको पता होना चाहिए वो आपके घर आने का कम से कम 1 से 1,500 रुपए लेते हैं, 5 मिनट 10 मिनट के काम के लिए। तो अगर आप सोचो वो ऐसे 4 घर में पूरे दिन में जाए तो 4,000, एंड वो अगर दिन की 10 दिन, महीने में 10 दिन भी काम कर रहे, तो यू कैन जस्ट मल्टीप्लाई एंड फाइंड आउट उसकी अर्निंग कितनी जाता है, क्योंकि उन्हें हार्ड वर्क से स्किल्स को लेके स्मार्ट वर्क करने के बारे में पता चल गया।
यस मैम।
मैम मेरा एक फ्रेंड था वो तो 4 से 5 डे में 45,000 शेयर मार्केट से कमा लिया।
दैट्स वेरी गुड। बट अगेन बेटा, अगर आप स्पेकुलेशन कर रहे हैं शेयर मार्केट में तो उसमें आपको लॉस भी हो सकता है। 45 का 4.5 लाख 4.5 करोड़ भी हो सकते हैं लॉस। एट द सेम टाइम अगर आप ठीक से पढ़ रहे हैं, उसको समझ रहे हैं कि कौन सा शेयर्स है, निफ्टी 50 है या कोई और चीजें हैं, किस तरीके से वो जा रही है, उसको प्रॉपर रिसर्च करके अपना पोर्टफोलियो करके आप जा रहे हैं, तो आपको समझ में आएगा कि हाँ यहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए कि नहीं। सो आई रिक्वेस्ट स्पेकुलेशन मत करिए, एक्चुअली रिसर्च करिए, उनकी बैलेंस शीट देख के करिए। बट एक्चुअली अब ये रीडिंग से थोड़ा अलग हो जा रहा है, अगर आपको चैप्टर के हिसाब से कुछ पूछना है, कुछ बोलना है, तो यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम। मेधा, आप हाथ नीचे कर लीजिए, आई हैव आंसर्ड योर क्वेश्चन। ओवर टू यू संदीप सर।
Thank you. I think we've become a beautiful Sunday morning conversation. I actually enjoyed today's session. So, my only request to everyone, and I want to show you certain things. I just want to show you, you were talking about reflection. So, I thought, Manisha ma'am, there was a note sometime back. You remember we tried to explain what is reflection? We are used to taking notes, but not many are comfortable with reflections. You remember, Manisha ma'am, we did this little bit of a note. What is the
यस सर।
difference? Yeah, what is the difference between reflection
अगर मुझे नोट्स एंड रिफ्लेक्शन स्टूडेंट्स को
and notes?
या बेटा
So,
नोट्स है जो आपका बुक से लिया, ये कहीं से सुना, ये करा, वो नोट्स हो गए। बट उसके बारे में जो आपके दिमाग में आइडिया आता है, जैसे अभी स्पेकुलेशन और स्टॉक एक्सचेंज की बात कर रहे हैं, तो उसके दिमाग में सर्टेन थिंग्स आहा पॉइंट आ गया, तो वो जो आहा पॉइंट है दैट इज रिफ्लेक्शन। जब आप पढ़ के समझते हैं और उसको और रिसर्च करते हैं, उस रिसर्च को अपना लिखते हैं, वो रिफ्लेक्शन है। नोट्स इज डायरेक्टली योर कॉपी पेस्टिंग फ्रॉम द टेक्स्ट बुक, थोड़ा लैंग्वेज चेंज हो गया, ग्रामर चेंज हो गया, वो नोट्स है। कंटेंट, बट उस कंटेंट को आप जब अपने लैंग्वेज में कुछ और चीज को कनेक्ट करके लिखते हैं, वो आपका रिफ्लेक्शन है। रिफ्लेक्शन इज डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम योर हार्ट एंड ब्रेन कंबाइन करके लिखना। सो 3H उसमें हम यूज करेंगे, हेड, हार्ट एंड हैंड। सो जब 3H हम
thank you.
कंबाइन करते हैं, दैट बिकम्स योर
That's a
रिफ्लेक्शन।
very good way of explaining. And I hope my screen is visible. This is what someone can read if you wish to read. Notes versus reflections. Recording your thoughts and spreading your insights are unique tasks, each with its intentions and outcomes. So I will repeat, recording your thoughts and spreading your insights are unique tasks. Each has its intentions and outcomes. Note taking. Now, what does note taking do? Which we do every day, honestly. Don't you do note taking every day? Note taking involves recording information, ideas, or insights from a lesson, lecture, or reading. Like some of us have notebooks today and we are writing down what is happening in the session. That is note taking. The focus is on capturing facts, concepts, and details. Helps with memory retention, review, and reference. That is the idea of a note. Often you make your own notes, it is done individually. Now, what is a reflection, which we keep saying? We are on the Joy of Learning diaries. This is diaries is full of reflections. The Joy of Learning diaries is today got more than 10 lakh page views. So, which means people are reading reflections. People are coming here to share their thoughts. Now, let us understand what is a reflection. Thoughts today. Thank you for that. So many of you gave your opinion today. Thank you for that. So many of you shared insight with us and you learned more. So, what does reflection do? You focus on making connections, analyzing, and evaluating information. So, when Jugjeep sir was having a conversation with you and he was talking about what Shaska and Carl were doing, you were paying more attention and you were trying to reflect on what they were doing. So, what does reflection do? It encourages you to think, you process or synthesize, and you apply the information. You can do it collaboratively, like you do in My Good School. You can do it publicly, like in a blog. So, basic difference is while note taking is primarily for capturing information, sharing reflection about processing, interpreting, and sharing perspectives. Is that clear? I hope you can understand that. So, when you're sharing a reflection, you help ignite the joy of learning. And we are there to help you on that because we are fostering reading, reflection, and relationships. So, we read here, you reflect, you converse with us, you share with us, and when you share, you build relationships. Your reflection must be candid, it must be honest. आपका अपना होना चाहिए. एआई आपको रिफ्लेक्शन नहीं दे सकता, एआई आपके नोट्स बना के दे सकता है. एआई आपको इमोशन कैप्चर कर सकता है बट इमोशन बना नहीं सकता. इमोशन आप ही बना सकते हैं और आपका जो इमोशन है वो रिफ्लेक्शन में अवश्य आता है. सो एक मैं आपसे ये शेयर करना चाहता था. मनीषा मैम, डज दैट हेल्प?
यस सर.
और एक मैं इनको दिखाना चाहता हूँ एक आध चीज और. मैंने आज सुबह मेंशन किया था इंटर्नशिप के बारे में और एक नया सीजन शुरू हो रहा है. अगर आप देखेंगे हमारी वेबसाइट, उसका नाम है schooleducation.com. यहाँ आप जब जाएंगे हमारे 3 प्रोग्राम्स हैं. माय गुड स्कूल जो संडे को होता है, टीचर्स एकेडमी जो फ्राइडे और सैटरडे को होता है, और माय गुड स्कूल रिट्रीट जो अप्रैल और अक्टूबर में होता है. अप्रैल में माय गुड स्कूल रिट्रीट होती है आर्थर फुट एकेडमी में और अक्टूबर में होगी सनबीम सन सिटी स्कूल में. तो ये तो हमारे प्रोग्राम्स हैं. जब आप जॉय ऑफ लर्निंग, हम जॉय ऑफ लर्निंग कैसे फैलाते हैं, कैसे एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं? हम यूथ वर्कशॉप्स करते हैं, जैसे आपने पिछली बार देखा हमने शिखा मैम के साथ की. ऐसे ही पहले इकागाई की वर्कशॉप हुई थी. तो हर महीने कोई ना कोई यूथ को एंगेज करने के लिए सोसाइटी के साथ हम वर्कशॉप करते हैं. फिर हमारा न्यूज़लेटर आता है हर मंडे मॉर्निंग. ये न्यूज़लेटर हमारा आता है वेबसाइट पे, आप इसको पढ़ सकते हैं. ये हर मंडे को सुबह 7 बजे नया इशू आता है. जुगजीत सर ने आज मेंशन किया था कि आप जो इंफॉर्मेशन है न्यूज़लेटर के जरिए प्राप्त कर सकते हैं. जो हम काम करते हैं फ्राइडे, सैटरडे, संडे, ये सब न्यूज़लेटर में आ जाता है. आप जब यहाँ पे जाएंगे, आप इस एक न्यूज़लेटर को क्लिक करेंगे. ये न्यूज़लेटर है लास्ट मंडे का. सो लास्ट मंडे को न्यूज़लेटर बहुत छोटा था क्योंकि मैं छुट्टी पे था, मैं माफी चाहता हूं. परंतु शिखा मैम का जो सेशन है वो न्यूज़लेटर में फीचर्ड है, और थोड़ा सा हमने अपने बारे में बताया। हमने एक रिपोर्ट लॉन्च की कि गुड स्कूल अलायंस की कामयाबी क्या है। ये रिपोर्ट के लॉन्च के बारे में बताया। ये हमारा न्यूज़लेटर है, आप न्यूज़लेटर को देख सकते हैं और जॉय ऑफ लर्निंग प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। फिर हमने यूट्यूब चैनल बताया आपको। यूट्यूब चैनल बहुत इजी है, उसका नाम है माय गुड स्कूल। हमारे सारे सेशन माय गुड स्कूल चैनल पे दोपहर को लाइव हो जाते हैं संडे को, और जो शाम के सेशन होते हैं वो रात को 8 बजे लाइव हो जाते हैं। सो इफ यू मिस द सेशन और इफ यू कैनॉट एंटर अ सेशन बिकॉज ऑफ ओवर क्राउडिंग, एट योर कंफर्ट प्लीज डू द रीप्ले। ये शिखा मैम का सेशन यहाँ नजर आ रहा है। जो भी चीज हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल में आती है, जैसे ये 22 जून का माई गुड स्कूल था, ये माई गुड स्कूल 29 का था, ये सब अवेलेबल है यूट्यूब चैनल पे। अब मैं आता हूँ इंटर्नशिप प्रोग्राम पे, जिसके लिए मैं खास आपसे बात करना चाहता था। इंटर्न्स हमारे यहाँ क्या कर सकते हैं? इंटर्न्स हमको मिलते हैं मंडे शाम को 5:30 बजे, और इंटर्न संडे को संडे स्कूल या माई गुड स्कूल अटेंड करते हैं। आज हमने जब स्कूल अटेंड किया, हमें कुछ चैलेंजेस लगे। एक, हम इस प्रोग्राम को इम्प्रूव कैसा कर सकते हैं। दूसरा, इसकी जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, इसकी जो प्रमोशन और इसकी जो अवेयरनेस है वो कैसे ला सकते हैं। तीसरा, हम अपने पीयर्स को हेल्प कैसे कर सकते हैं। ये आप और सब हम मंडे को मिलके काम करते हैं, और यू गेट प्रैक्टिकल वर्क एक्सपीरियंस। दैट इज द होल आइडिया ऑफ एन इंटर्नशिप प्रोग्राम। So you join the meeting on Monday evening, our team meeting, and you understand how the Learning Forward Foundation as a company operates. We share with you what we do practically. हम program कैसे बनाते हैं, हम promotion कैसे करते हैं, हम pricing कैसे करते हैं, हम अपना जो Learning Forward Foundation का sustainable business model है वो आपसे share करेंगे, और आप हमारे साथ बैठ के My Good School को manage करेंगे. So that is the part of the internship program. So if you wish to join the internship program, it's a program with a fees. So you have to fill the form and you have to deposit the fees. You are allowed to attend Sunday school because your school has signed up. The internship program has a fees because it costs us a lot of time and a lot of energy on our part, and our costs go up. But in case you want to apply for the internship program and you are from a special project, we have a scholarship for you. You can actually apply for the scholarship. So I'm going to stop sharing this. I have 2 minutes. You can ask your questions.
Okay.
Anyone has a question?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, what are the advantages of getting the internship?
Today's session was, is your child prepared for the world? Is that right? That was the question.
Yes, sir.
And you read about Steve Jobs.
Yes.
So how does Steve Jobs prepare for the world?
Yes.
By working in a structured work environment. So when you are in school, you are learning one way. Your school is not giving you practical experience in a business. See, very simple. In school, you either have a practical or you have a theory. You will
Yes,
go
sir.
to a theory class or you will go see the practical. But you very rarely get a chance where practical and theory come alive in a real session. So when we work in an organization or like we run a business, you know, your father has a business. If he has, you see how difficult it is to run his business. There are challenges. So we open our business to you. We open our company backend to you, and we show you how we do everything. You get actual work experience. That is the internship program. Does that help?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So,
Sir, I also have a question.
yeah, sure.
Sir, I am asking that from where we can fill our form for the scholarship or internship.
Yeah. Which school are you from?
Sir, I am from the Blossom School, Aligarh.
Okay, Blossom School, Aligarh will not be entitled to a scholarship. If you want to know which school will get a scholarship, I will share that with you. So let's go back to the website. I will share the website with you again, and I'll explain you and navigate the website with you. I think that's an important part of the exercise. So when we go to the website, you type schooleducation.com. You can do that? Can you repeat the website? Schooleducation.com. Anyone?
Yes, sir.
School education.
Schooleducation.com.
Is that easy?
Yes, sir.
I will give you one more way. Just type goodschools.in. So we're all good.
Goodschool.in.
Goodschools.in.
Yeah, good schools in
Dot
India. So
in.
goodschools.in means you're in India. Is that right?
Yes,
So
sir.
good schools in India, that is also going to take you to the same place called
Sir, please
schooleducation.com.
repeat the link name.
Yeah. Yeah. So just type schooleducation.com or goodschools.in. Goodschools.in. So it'll tell you who are we. So when you click who are we, it will explain how we work. And just below that, there is a button about membership. This is how you can join. Okay. And third, which I want to show you, which is what you're asking the question, I want to show you the list of members. Can you see my tab about us? Can you see
Yes,
the
sir.
screen about us? Yeah. So there are various tabs here. These tabs are the menu buttons: good schools, programs, joy of learning, impact. This is the study which we just published. Join, how you join us. And if you go to about us, the beautiful part is you click here. Now, when you click on the About Us, you get the list of all the schools. So, if your school is listed as a special project, Arthur Foot Academy, Godwar Foundation, Gyanuday, Lotus Petal, Purkal Youth Development Society, Sunbeam Grameen, Fab India School, Vimukti, you can apply for a scholarship for doing internship. But if your school is not in this list, the Blossom School is a good school. Blossom School will have to sign up for the internship program and there will be a fees for that. So this list is there of schools. You will find it from the website itself. Go to the About Us page and click on the list of schools. Any doubt?
No,
No,
sir.
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 Thank you. I enjoyed meeting you. And yes, let me remind you, if you are really interested in reading, we have a beautiful session on Friday evening. And on that Friday evening, we read. It's called Brewing Knowledge. It's a beautiful session, and I host the Friday evening session. So currently, we are reading a very interesting book. This book is the Book of Rumi, 105 Tales and Fables. I will share the video recording of this session. It's already shared, in fact, on the YouTube channel. It's called Brewing Knowledge Friday. Now, if you can't come on a Sunday morning, let us say you have a tuition or you have other things to do for a board class or you have a cricket game, we can always make an exception and accept you with us on a Friday evening for book reading. So on Friday evening, we read for 45 minutes. We don't have a 2 hour session. The Friday evening is for the community. For example, if you are a teacher, you're welcome. If you're parents, your parents are welcome. And you are also most welcome. Some time back, we had students from the Lotus Petal Foundation join us on Friday evening. That invitation is open to everyone. So if you feel like joining us on Friday evening, we can share the Brewing Knowledge link with you, like we shared the Sunday My Good School link, and you can join us. There's no charge for that. It's absolutely free. The fee is only for the internship program, because what we find that when we take a fee and register, you pursue it. Last year, we registered hundreds of interns, but not even one third turned up. And we were always there to help them. And when we get professionals to help you and volunteer and you don't come, that is not good. So this year for the internship program, we've put in a fees. Otherwise, there's no
Yes, sir.
fees for anything else. My Good School Sunday is free. Teachers Academy for teachers on Saturday is free. Friday evening is free. Yes, someone was saying something. किसी को कुछ कहना है?
They just said yes.
All done, ma'am? Anything else?
No.
Thank you. I think it was a beautiful Sunday morning. We took 5 minutes more than we anticipated. We
Yes,
loved
sir.
yeah. क्या बोलना है बेटा?
Sir, we enjoyed today's class.
Oh, thank you so much. We will make it even better. And I only have one suggestion. I think we started as My Good School for Reading. We should have yes workshops. And when we have a yes workshop, you all should talk. But when we have a reading session, I think we should focus on reading. जैसे आप एक पिक्चर देखते हैं उसमें बहुत सारे कमर्शियल ब्रेक आते हैं तो क्या होता है, पिक्चर का मजा चले जाता है। तो अगर हम रीडिंग को तोड़ेंगे और जल्दी जल्दी सवाल पूछने के लिए हाथ ऊपर खड़ा करेंगे, तो होगा क्या कि हमारा ध्यान हाथ में रह जाएगा और हम रीडिंग को सुनेंगे नहीं। अगर मैं मनीषा मैम को कुछ बीच बीच में साइड लाइन पे कह रहा था, तो मनीषा मैम का पेज परतना छूट जाता था, so I was disturbing her. So this is what happens. So when My Good School was designed, our whole idea was read, read and read. And we don't have to bother about taking notes, we don't have to do anything. Joy of reading, that is what My Good School is all about. Reading, reading and leading. Let me tell you one thing, if you read, you lead. And that is why My Good School was created. Yes, we have come along, we are doing workshops, we don't mind them, we are having conversations, we love you, you love us, so we want to talk. Human beings is the only human race in the world where we talk so much. We even forget to listen. Your pets and dogs listen so much and they are very intelligent. So if you want to become intelligent, learn to listen. And when we read, you must listen. It's a little message, don't mind it. I'm saying it in lightheartedness. Thank you, Manisha ma'am. Wonderful being with you people. And yes, if you want to read with me, I read Friday evening. Bless you, you're most welcome.
Thank you,
Over to
sir.
you, ma'am. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And yes,
Thank you, ma'am.
as we have understood what is note making and reflection, तो मुझे reflections भेजिए. Next week हम continue करेंगे same चीज. Jagdeep sir की reading and मेरी reading. Do come,
Yes.
everyone. If you have some prior questions, you can message your questions also, so that I'll be able to answer your questions. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Nice
Thank you,
practice.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Bye,
ma'am.
sir. Bye,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Lovely to with you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Bye,
ma'am.
sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye,
Bye,
sir.
bye.